Well, at least we're here.
Yeah, we're here. And I just found a problem. I'm missing one of my flux band mounts.
Uh-oh. I think there were, what, 5? They're all named 1 through 5?
Yeah, and I'm missing number 2, it seems.
Well, you said yourself your desk likes to eke your parts, so in that cluster you call a desk workspace, I'm sure it's there somewhere.
Yeah. Odds are you're probably right. But I got a lot done today.
Yeah, that's come along pretty good. And you didn't break any screws, put the doors on? 74.
No.
51.
I was very, very careful. Extremely careful. A lot of oil, a lot of pre-tapping the holes. Oddly enough, if you translate some of the Japanese instructions, in the last issue for the fenders, it actually specifically called out using machine oil to pre-thread all of the fender studs.
For sure.
Like, the Japanese instructions clearly say that, but the American instructions are just like, yeah, go ahead, snap screws. It's America, you know? That's how they roll.
I need to go get my hot water. I put the tire in some hot water. We'll pop it on real quick.
Ooh, fun. Now, I'm so careful removing the parts from the bag. And, yeah, very careful removing the parts. The part was simply not in there. Why am I meant to suffer? Good luck getting issue 78 from somebody in the U.S.
All right, I'm back. I had to go get my tire out of the water. Which side looks better?
Maybe you should get one of those little hot pots you put on your desk.
Nah, I just heat up some water in the microwave.
Yeah, I would just sometimes for water slides, I'll just pour some water out of the Keurig into a into
my roommate's got like a hot kettle can do, but the microwave, I'd say it's 30 seconds, a minute in the microwave, it works fine. Tire gets plenty soft.
Yeah, part number 2 is missing in action.
Well, that's
I checked everywhere. I was extremely careful in unpacking, and it is nowhere to be found. Let's see what 80 looks like.
What issue was that?
That was 78.
Because I have a crap ton of duplicate issues. I might have a 78.
Yeah, if you got a 78, yeah, 80 has 5 mounts, and 79 clearly did not. I mean, I was extremely careful unpacking that. Of course, I could prove myself to be a complete idiot in just a few minutes if I poke around my workbench and, God forbid, it bounced and it turns up somewhere. But so far, no joy finding that flux band mount. So many extra screws. Insane. Don't somebody 3D print the flux band mounts on Shapeways or something? Like nicer ones?
I believe, yeah. I don't remember who did it, but somebody did, and it actually has like the curls on them. But you have to use you have to get like watch screws and put them in yourself. And let me see. I thought I made a list. Let me see if I have a list from here.
78 is I was making such good progress today, and then this. I even found that spring I lost the other day.
Yeah, you said that. That's good.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to find. I know
I made this thing weighs a ton now.
Well, yeah. Wait till you put the bottom into the top, and then. Oof.
Yeah. We're just flying along. All the panel gaps are.
Do you see Eric?
Halfway. It's
I'm
about time. Oh,
gonna grab Donnie, and no longer are we burning Donnie's house down. We're gonna burn down Eric's house.
Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Tear it up. And where is my black plastic thing? Wait a second. Am I missing another piece? No, I know that piece was in the bag.
No. Let's see. I want to see if I can find it because I know I made a list. Let me just see if I can find it.
$78A. Where'd that go? Oh boy. I'm about to have. Oh, so much for that. I was like all up and rip raring, ready to stream, and then I'm like, wait a second, parts are missing. What the hell happened?
Yes, Donnie, your house is saved. Where's the? Oh heck, I'm gonna go in the other room. Hang on a second.
All right. Yeah. Well, where did that piece go? Okay. I know that can't go missing. Well, this is going to be one of the lamest streams I've done yet, because not only can I not find. Hold on. I know I saw that. Oh, I know it was in there. Maybe.
Okay. So I uploaded it here, so now I should be able to find
Wait a second. Where's my black panel here? Why is that missing? Did I get a really boogered up issue 78 from Japan?
So I do not have a 78. What was the other one? Because obviously the other side would work too, upside down.
80.
I do have 80.
You have an 80. Well, is the side panel the same? Because that has seemed.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an exact copy of the other side. Eric's laugh. He says hi Don, hi Eric. How long are you guys going to stream? Might be able to jump on later.
The AP screws. This is so bizarre. I think 80 and 78 are unique because I think that side panel is a mirror image, not an identical replica.
Yeah, but it's mirrored, so it's just the other side. So you could just
maybe
use I think you could use the same parts.
Yeah. How do I not have that big sail panel in 78? That I swear.
I don't know.
That was bad.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that.
We got stream bombed. Look at that. We're going somewhere in the world that we're getting stream bombed by
shocker.
Whatever the hell that has this happened before to you guys?
You know what? When I first of all I banned them from the studio, so you can never come back. But it asks you right after that if you want to make sure that they're authenticated. So I did that.
Ah.
Hi,
Good
Steve.
Move. Where?
Eric, I think Eric enjoyed that too much.
Oh, jeez. Eric was definitely watching. Well, thank you.
What was I doing?
Oh, jeez. The Naseed guy is still trying to, jeez.
Here, we'll watch
We
this.
have to
We'll
ban him from the YouTube channel?
Yep, just like that.
There you go.
What scale model was that guy holding? That was the 1-to-1 scale skin flute.
Yeah, that was the bantha stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was going to be a HasLab, but they canceled it, so somebody 3D printed one on Shapeways. It's very popular on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
What is going on in my universe? It's like I have a Bermuda Triangle here all of a sudden. I can't believe I'm missing that entire sail panel. How is it even possible? I wish I can go back in my photographic, non-photographic memory and look at that parts bag for 78 when I opened it. You know, I was getting, I got complacent, and normally when I got any shipment from Eagle Moss, I would immediately pull out the magazine and I would compare the contents of the baggie to the summary on the magazine very, very carefully to make sure I didn't get a bodged issue, because I was planning on saving them all up to build it just like this when I had all the parts.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened 78, I don't know, 15 minutes before the stream started, and I just carefully opened it and dumped it all into this little tray with a lip on it, and I could swear that stupid sail panel was in there. So now I'm questioning my own sanity or my vision. One of the other is at fault here for what's going on right now.
It happens.
Yeah. Well, I may just put 78 aside and start working on.
Can you steal the part from 86 just to keep going?
86?
Isn't that where you said the other brackets were, right?
Oh, well, I can't even find the sail panel here.
Oh, how did you?
That black plastic insert.
And it's not in the other nearby issues. I know Japan moved some stuff around.
No. There's a single sail panel. There's a single sail panel in here. If I look at the magazine from issue 77, then it shows 5 brackets and a sail panel and the trim and the screws.
Uh-oh. Was the bag cut or something?
No, it wasn't cut. The shrink wrap was intact.
Oh, Eric says he'll work on the Eleanor tonight. Donnie asked how long we're going to be here. I will at least probably get through the Mura. And probably the next 4 of Iron Man, which will take like 2 seconds. But I'll work on this. I'm on stage. What stage is this? 37. So I still have to build the interior. And it looks like we're gonna. Okay, so we built a wheel, another tire, and it looks like we're gonna add some paint detail, which I probably could have done earlier, but I did pull this chrome paint out.
I can't believe this. This is Eric, total Kafka.
Did you go through and check all the parts when you first got them?
Well, I mean, everything was in the shrink wrap.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's weird.
So, like, literally everything was in the shrink wrap. I'll send you a, what's today, Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have 80, but I do have 86 in this box somewhere.
Oh, you don't have 80? I thought you said you didn't have 78.
Well, let me check again. Because I did an inventory back in July and I haven't touched them since then. And I have an 80, yes. I don't have a 78.
Okay, so that's 80 is that whole fender and everything, basically. No, 80 is just the bits after the fender, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you needed,
okay.
Right? You need the bits.
Yeah, just the little bits. Yeah, I'll email you a UPS or USPS label.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I got a bunch of little Amazon boxes laying around I can use. And I can shoot it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I have a pirate ship.
You know what? I need to send Eric the new axle for Eleanor, the replacement axle, because I had a spare axle, and when I shipped them all the Eleanor parts, even though the box was stamped fragile 100 times, they managed to break it anyway.
Jeez, lovely.
What else was I going to do?
Well,
Eric asked about the Eleanor. Yeah, I think the Eleanor is coming back, Eric. I know that the licenses are signed. I don't know about the Eleanor specifically, but I know that PCT met with Eligor about it, and I know that the licensor was super excited about getting it back running again, as I'm sure they would. So yeah, the Eleanor resume. You filled out the survey, right? I hope you did.
Got to fill out those surveys, everybody. You want your parts. So are these different than the door stops that you got from Eagle Moss US to hold the doors up?
Yes, the Japan ones are different. They have little handles. The one I got, I have them right here. We got this little block. That's it.
I like the little handle.
No, it's so much nicer, and it fits right in there, and I think it's a little thinner and everything. So,
yeah, it's nice. And I used your thing that you said with the KM screws for the door hinges.
Oh, I think
did
I say QM? I'm not positive. Could be me.
No, it came with QM, and you said to use KM. And I had an older kit. You know, this was a first run kit from Japan. So yeah, my KM screws were too long, and my doors were floppy because the screws couldn't bottom out. Well, okay. I guess I'm starting on 79 and 80 then, because this is ridiculous. Maybe I'll find all the parts randomly. They will magically appear before me somehow, but I highly doubt it. So,
well, I mean, just like you found your spring, you never know.
Well, this is that black plastic sail panel insert for the rear fender. I mean, that's a big part. Whoa, what is this? Oh, I got a new steering shaft. What? Why? 79. And they threw a random steering shaft in that package. Is there something wrong with the original one?
I mentioned that. Well, it's got a slightly different angle to it.
Oh.
So it doesn't try to pop out of the little steering slot at the end where the bend is.
Yeah, I noticed that actually was prone to popping out not too long ago. Oh, look, we got a little addendum sheet here from J.A. Pan. And it says take off the cap and take off the steering wheel and take out the interior.
Yep. Guess what?
Take this out. Oh, no.
I'm telling you right now, don't even bother.
I'm not.
Don't
I'm not
bother.
taking that interior back out.
You are not going to turn the wheels with the steering wheel. I'm telling you right now. You're just not going to do it.
Yeah. That is never going to happen.
All right, matter of fact, so that plastic clip that holds the steering shaft down into the trunk area?
Yeah.
I broke that off.
Oh, nice.
I'll get to the chat here in a second, guys.
Let's see here. Well, we got blocked. What scale model was that guy? Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. Heard anything about? Oh no, yes. Filled out the survey. Very good.
Yeah, if you filled out the survey, then you have everything you need to do. They'll get a hold of you and they'll tell you, here's what it takes to finish the model. Here's how to get the parts, whatever.
Yeah, here's how much of your credit card balance it will take to get the model.
That's right.
That's right. Here's how much debt you'll go back into to finish this thing you already went into debt for.
I just feel bad for the people that. I feel bad for the people that.
Like sold their model.
Well, no, they paid in advance. There's a lot of people that were paying 3 months, 6 months, 12-month subscription advances. So it was in chunks.
Well, that was in the UK. I think they were doing those pre-order.
Yep. So those people
with a discount.
If they didn't get their money back from their bank, they are borked. And they keep asking. I keep getting the same questions. Like, is PCT going to honor that? And I said, why would they?
Yeah, that's kind of sad, honestly.
PCT has no obligation to, be responsible for Eagle Moss's debts, and
they're a company. They're still in business, and their whole goal is to stay in business. So they're not going to just give away free parts.
Nope. And to be fair, they Eagle Moss owed them $1 million in back pay.
Oh yeah.
So, it's good enough for them that it's good enough for us that they're even bothering to do it after being owed $1 million.
Yeah, Eagle Moss definitely did them dirty.
Yeah, they did everybody dirty.
Interesting. Yeah, got weird stuff in the Japanese manuals. There's a random Lancer Evo in there. Some Fast and the Furious photo. Tokyo Drift. How old is this manual? There we go. Well, this manual is from August 21st, 2018. So a bit over 4 years old. I can't believe those parts are missing. I want to die. Not just because the parts are missing. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, I'm surprised that that's the first time you've lost parts. You haven't had any parts missing up to this point.
I had one. I had one part missing up to this point. I had, other than the automatic transmission coming with my kit, I had the brake pedal was missing. I had 2 clutch pedals and no brake pedal. So luckily I had up to those issues from Eagle Moss. So it wasn't a big problem. But yeah, I was not missing anything so far. I don't know if they packed them better for Japan or they were like more on their A game at the time, but
maybe because it was closer to China, less parts fell out on the way.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good theory.
Right?
Oh my. Yeah. Look at this. Jeez. Okay. No, I don't remember handling a piece like this. So it couldn't have been in the bag. We got 5 brackets now. Got our fender bracket, our little trim pieces, our rear reflector, this big thing. No, it wasn't in there. That is crazy. Four sections in 78. All
right. Let's see. Where were we? Blah, 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 blah. Eric says he filled out the survey. Yes. I am using 2 cameras tonight, but since I'm doing detail painting, I don't have the overhead running. It is there. Hi. But I decided to keep it on the close-up since I'm painting nuts. You know how it goes.
It's the same 4-section bag from 78 and 80. All right, well. Todd, not only does Todd have 2 cameras, Todd has 2 Sony ZV-1 cameras.
That is true.
Because Todd is Mr. Special now with double ZV-1s.
Well, I can't, since I use 2 cameras, I can't have one be all blurry webcam crappy focus. That would be weird.
Obviously.
So I'll just go into debt, save the national, economy.
There you go. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. So anyway,
if not you, then who?
I painted the ends of the end roll bars. Got those silver. While I was in here, I went ahead and painted the top of the struts, the control arms with silver nuts. This side was silver nuts, and this, I think it's a oil pipe. Put some silver on those. That's in the instructions,
Nice.
actually. So what the hell?
Uh-oh. Todd, 80's not going to fit.
No?
Nope.
Oh, that part. Yeah. Oh, that part's not going to match. But the brackets would have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the brackets, yeah, those I'd assume would be fine, but that is definitely not going to fit. 78.
Maybe I miscounted. Let me move some shit. Oh, God, there's so much junk in here.
How much junk in here? Sounds familiar.
This out of the way. Oh, grab this huge box. Oh, my God. So many parts. Oh. All right.
Okay, I can get 78. Let's see. 78. Best match price. Highest price.
All right, here we go. Let me see what I got here. Eleanor parts, Enterprise parts. Put those on the ground. What do we got? 90, 79.
Kingdom.
Rear fender. Yeah. 79. 90.
United Kingdom.
GTR parts. Enterprise
Let's see
parts.
what this one is.
Enterprise parts. 102. Enterprise.
Okay, Hialeah, Florida. I found one.
Yeah.
I found an issue 78 in Florida for $45 plus $10 shipping.
100, 101, 101. I'm still digging. Hang on. 300 SL parts. It's a 75, 85, 88, 86, 84. There's 80, but you don't need 80.
Okay. No, I don't. I need 78, obviously.
95, 97, 96, 99, 146, 87. 87, 145, 138. Bunch of the rail issues. Yeah, because these are all parts that I bought from Japan myself when I couldn't get to the end of mine because they had such a big long delay with Eagle Moss getting them to us, Eagle Moss US. I ended up buying a bunch from Japan, and then eventually Eagle Moss did start sending me all the parts, and I have all these duplicates. 157, 132,
Yeah.
135, 139, 32, 29, 130, 136, 156. Nope. No deal, my friend.
Okay, well, let me see. Go on Back to the Future. United Kingdom. Okay. Seeing it. I guess I just got to order 78. Just got to cough up the $55 for a couple of bits of plastic.
Right?
That's how it goes, you know? Eagle Moss DeLorean 78. Search.
Oh, hey, I got an Amazon package. What is this? What the hell did I buy?
Yeah, all of them are in the UK. Except for this one.
Apparently, I bought a bit set. Why would I buy a bit set? I don't even know anymore.
Someone's selling a complete DeLorean for $3,800 plus $223 shipping. Woof. Mamacita.
Donnie says I'm showing off. Maybe. No, it's just I want it to look good. All right, where was I don't need this.
Okay, we're buying it. Buy it now.
I have tons of junk. All right, where was I? So I was painting.
Jump in the trunk. Hey, Donnie, why don't you come into the build and say that to our faces like a man?
I gotta get my camera. That's what I need. I took it on the trip, so I have it here with me.
Sales tax. Pay with PayPal. All right, here's me on the thread just shopping. Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Pay. So what's the Mura website?
MyMuraBuild.com.
Okay. Not my LamborghiniMuraBuild.com.
I try to keep it short if I can.
unless you're purposely trolling one of your fellow modelers.
Just this jackass named Ian.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
one-
He's
just one
a
guy.
real jerk. He's such a pain in everyone's ass. Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, I ordered 78. That's a shame. I also have some Bluetooth earbuds coming in on Tuesday. So future streams, I won't have this giant ridiculous headset on, only on one ear. It is just hideous. And you know what's going to happen is I'm going to get the shipping notification from eBay. I'm going to come down here looking for something, and I'm going to find the missing parts. Yeah.
That's how it always works.
Yeah.
That's how it always happens.
Yeah, well, that's the price we pay for being imbeciles in our basements.
38.
I love this thing, though. It's so nice.
Eric would like to know how much traffic Ian's website is getting. I could probably find that out, but I don't care that much.
There are definitely analytics for that somewhere, but I don't think any of us want to know really. This thing's supposed to go in one way. Okay. Little strap. I'm sorry if people like looking at the flux capacitor and not my crotch, but let me see if I can move my workpiece a little more in here. There we go. It's a little better. Stand these up.
Little rubbery floor mat. It's cute.
So are there any good aftermarket bits for that Lamborghini yet?
I want to say there are. I mean, Mike Lane has the cross-drilled brakes for it, which I already did. No, that was for the kit. Sorry. Do I have Mura?
Yeah. You know what the funny thing with cross-drilled brakes is? You can't see the damn brakes on kit.
Mm-mm.
You'd have to have the model upside down, looking from the inside.
No, and you know what? He just came out with. We'll zoom that in a little bit. He just came out with black brakes, like black cross-roll brakes, and black calipers, or at least you paint the calipers black, and he puts a little Knight Industries logo on them.
I saw that,
which is interesting, but again, you're really not going to see those brakes.
No, never.
All right, what do we got to do here?
80H. Well, keep 80 handy in case something breaks or is missing.
I'll keep them all handy. We want you to finish your car.
Oh my lord! I appreciate you digging through your giant heap of stash there.
No,
for a potential rescue part, but
that's why I kept it.
Unfortunately, we had to feed the beast that is eBay and the predatory. Well, it's not really predatory. I mean, it's supply and demand. It's what the market will bear, and the market would bear me paying basically $60 after shipping and tax for two tiny bits of plastic.
Well, I remember when you know people could still get the kits. They had a shortage on 74, which was one of the doors. I think the right door.
Yeah,
because it was people were breaking the hinges so much that you couldn't get them. You couldn't get them from Eagle Moss, and so the eBay prices just went through the roof.
Here's the interesting thing: is both my doors went together. I was very careful. I used, the KM screws, and honestly, they were not a problem. And these have to be version 1 parts because these are from Japan and they are dated from 2017, 2018 era. So these were the ones that people were breaking, whichever one is 74. And it might have just been because the Japanese instructions are very specific about pre-tapping, using oil, all your normal tips from your website. The Eagle Moss instructions had none of that, unless they did and nobody read it, including you, which I doubt. But I mean, they were one of them was a little. It seemed a little touchier to go in. It was a little more. I put the screw in and I backed the screw out a couple times, and then it bottomed out nicely, but it was a little sketchy for a second or two there. So I'm working with the worst case scenario of parts here, being the original Japanese release. So take that for what it's worth, I guess. And this doesn't look good that way, so it's got to go this way. There we go. IP. Yeah, the screw by screw builds, man, nerve-wracking. That's good for you. You can click away with the digital SLR all night long, and who cares?
What? That's what I do.
Well, these reflectors are a little delicate. So the mirror already seems like way more detailed than the DeLorean as far as the automotive details go.
Yes. Like, from a pure car standpoint,
yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah, it appears to be. Because did that thing have, like, that has carpets?
Yeah, this is all flocked already. The whole interior.
Yeah, like, that's really nice.
And so we're putting in, it came with rubber floor mats. Like, this is the passenger side. I just put in the rubber floor mat for the passenger side. So, like, and I'm about to install the little footrest, the passenger side footrest, that would go on there.
Yeah.
So, from a car perspective, it's very good. And I gotta be honest, the 300 SL also was extremely detailed. It's too bad too because the Mercedes, the Gullwing, you build the whole tube frame chassis, which is a work of art. Where it was one of the very first tube chassis for a production car, and then you cover it all up, and you can't see it again. Once the car's done, you'll never see any of that frame. So it's a little sad, but
yeah, it is a little sad. Okay, so we're gonna start putting these things in.
But it was also one of the rare cars that had printed parts. Like a lot of the engine parts had labels and stuff already pre-printed on them, and your decos, you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like the caps on the radiator were pre-printed, and the labels on the side of the oil tank were pre-printed, and that was great. And the DeLorean didn't have any of that. So.
Yeah, that was it was a little disappointing. I mean, it was great. We had all these Mike Lane decals and everything to make up for it. But like even on that Mira engine, are bits and pieces painted proper colors, or are you finding yourself like wanting to
There
paint them?
were a couple little places where I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna, like on the fuel pump, I painted some of the parts. I used my Sharpie and I gave them a little bit of color just to make those screws stand out. And I was using pictures of the actual Mira as a reference point. So, that worked out fine. But honestly, like, for example, let me grab the engine here. Let me see if I can show you. See all the bolts down there around the bell housing? Let me see if I can back this out. Do you see all those bolts?
Yeah.
All those bolts down in there? All those black bolts? Already painted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the little caps.
Yeah, that's nice detail.
The little caps, let me see if I can get this in the center where it wants to focus. The little caps on the end of the valve covers, those were already painted. Huh. I painted little things like these little gold touches. Let me see if you know what? I'm gonna use my other camera because I can.
Well, I think because more people are gonna probably open the boot.
Yeah, like this gold nut I added. I added some gold there, and I added onto the fuel filter. But for the most part, I've had to paint so very little. I added gold nuts to the oil pan nuts. I made those gold. They were just silver. But
I love gold nuts.
Yeah, but for the most part,
smoke.
Yeah, like all of the parts on the carburetors inside there, you can see the carburetors. All that gold that was already pre-painted. All those little pieces pre-painted.
Oh wow!
The coolant tank with its little gold center, it's probably going to get blown out. But all all these attachments, everything, this all painted. It all came that way, which is fantastic. So, I can't complain. I think this is a fantastic build. I'm really enjoying it.
That is impressive. Yeah, well, because like the DeLorean engine, I mean, honestly, when the model's built, who is going to see the engine?
You can't see the engine.
Yeah, I mean, can you even open it up to look at the engine if you wanted to?
You have to take the entire reactor deck off, and the only way to get the reactor deck off is to pull the rear vents apart. You got to pull the bottom two pieces of the vent off. You got to take those off. Then you can slide the reactor deck out, which by the way, it's also wired because of the light in the reactor. So you got to disconnect that. And if you have any hoses running in, like you've added extra parts that you run into the reactor deck, you got to disconnect all those. So no, you're never going to see the engine again.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it really doesn't matter all the detail. I mean, it was fun putting the detail into the engine for the DeLorean.
Yeah. But
I was kind of operating on the assumption no one's ever going to see it unless something went horribly wrong and it fell off a shelf.
There you go. Footrest.
Oh, nice. It's even got a little rubber pad on it.
It does. And it's actually rubber. Like, it's not just a piece of plastic with, like a molded, lines in it. That is actually a separate piece of rubber that's on there. Like, that's the stuff I love.
Yeah, that is a nice detail. Okay, we've got all 5. Son of a... I just dropped one.
Well, see, that's probably what happened to the other ones.
No, it's not. I promise you. They're not on the floor. They're not on the floor because if they're on the floor, it means it is a few minutes too late to cancel my eBay order. Oh, there it is. There's number 2. Yeah. I'm looking under the workbench just in case. Nope, nothing. Zip. Bupkis. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's extra tricky when I drop a part on the floor where I'm working because I'm in the garage and it's a how do I put it? It's a semi-finished garage. Like the ceiling is wide open, which is why I have pretty good sound quality because there's all the exposed fiberglass insulation right above me to absorb most of the shrillness of my nasally New York voice.
Yeah.
But the floor has been epoxy coated with that like sprinkled on pebbly finish they do.
Sure. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So it's a tan floor with like white, brown, and black speckles all over it. And you can't find a damn thing on this floor. It's nigh impossible.
That's pretty much the tile version of carpet.
Yeah, it really is. It's
the hard version of carpet.
It's horrible.
So here's the side of the transmission tunnel. It's also flocked.
Oh, wow. Jeez. That's nice.
More air vents.
LP screw. Okay.
Another kick panel, and this is also rubber and textured. Nice. More D slots. Let's get these in.
Well, I'm lucky in a way. This is the first 78. It's the first complete stage I had to like order off of eBay to be able to continue on this model from Japan, which is an original printing from, starting in 2017. So I'll consider myself somewhat lucky in that regard. Ooh, hello. Well, that looks nice when you have all the parts.
Yeah.
Son of a stupid thing. We need to reload the cylinder.
Which cylinder? What are you talking about?
We need to reload the beer housing.
Oh, yes. The beer delivery mechanism?
The chamber is empty.
Ooh, this stuff is very sticky. I like that.
Well, as I say in the tank builds, we're going to chamber another round. There we go. And lock and load. And there we go. Fire. So, I don't know how anyone watching or Todd's back is, but I have a horrible back. And I'd assume, Todd, being in your profession, you might have a bad back as well.
Yeah, I actually had back surgery already.
So, what are you using for like a workbench or a work chair?
I have a nice office chair in here.
Okay.
But my work desk is really only a 2x4 folding table that I have mats sitting on top of because I'm in a 10x10 room, so I don't have a lot of room. So there, anyway, there's the kick pad for where this goes. This is your right foot. So your right foot would be next to this.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of nice. And that's rubber. Let's take a picture of that. Ian would like to know if you bought the whole thing on eBay. You should tell him the story about how you got your DeLorean.
Oh, yeah. So I was subscribed to Eagle Moss just like every other poor schmuck. I was up to give or take about issue number 40 when they tanked. And I had an existential crisis and a zero balance on my PayPal credit account. So I was hunting around, and I have a friend who deals in Gundams, and he goes on like Buy and all these like Yahoo auctions Japan and Rakuten Japan. Rakuten in the US is just like a coupon cashback thing, but in Japan it's a shopping site. And Rakuten has an auction site called Rakuma. And there was a guy selling a complete set of parts from stage 1 to 130 because I didn't care about the Back to the Future 3 parts. And it was a very reasonable price. It was basically with express FedEx, like quasi overnight shipping from Japan. It was right around $2,000. So I messaged my buddy in Colorado. I said, dude, get on Rakuma and win me this auction. Here's my max budget. Just get it. And he won it for the opening bid. It was nobody else bid on it. The minute after we won this thing, the two other similar auctions on eBay.com tripled in price, well over $6,000 and change. And this thing showed up. I was shocked it even showed up. I was worried it wouldn't. I had all sorts of apprehensions, but then I got like 3 different tracking numbers for FedEx, and it came in 3 giant boxes express from Japan. It wasn't overnight. I think it was like second day it came via FedEx FedEx. I say Federal Express, but that's just aging me. Yeah, and that's how I got it. And everything was there. It was pretty amazing. I've gotten quite a few rare model kits. On my channel, I finished up the Space Battleship Yamato, which is like a 20-year-old Bandai kit. And I found that one on Rakuma, got my buddy to, do the deed. And we got that in for a very reasonable price, pretty close to MSRP of when it was released in Japan. A few other things have come in, are also on the channel. What else did I get? The 1/20th scale Robotech / Macross VF1 Super Strike Valkyrie model kit from Max Factory. That thing's a beast. And it was the most horrible to put together, terribly fitting thing. Like, anyone who complains about Airfix, go try to build that Max Factory 1/20th scale Valkyrie. You will run back to Airfix begging them to take you back. But yeah, a lot of yeah. But either way, the Japanese instructions are amazing, by the way.
So if anybody's building this, I wanted to jump in here. That's a great story. Thank you for your story. I want to jump in here. If you are building this and you get to stage 41, make sure you do not lose that little. There's a little. Let me show it. Get it in the screen here. There's a little valve or a little knob that's inside this bag with the headrests. So don't lose that little knob. Like Ian with its other parts. Don't lose this little tiny thing. This little guy right there. Oh, these are rubber too. Oh,
the headrests?
Yeah. Oh, they have that cool, like, rubbery surfacing. Oh, feels good.
Always worried the rubber won't hold up in the long run.
Yeah, well, neither will we.
No, yeah, that's true.
They'll still probably outlast us, these models. Be handing them down. All right.
All right.
It says take the knob and stick it on this pin. Oh, okay. I'll take a picture of this, though.
So, Todd, your website is basically a translation of the Japanese instructions for the DeLorean.
I guess you could say that.
Because their instructions are so very specific.
It's interesting because the reason that I built the DeLorean site was, one, I had built sites like that before, right? So like my BMW site and the one I built for the cockpit, 737 cockpit. I had done those do-it-yourself sites before, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to document the process. And I knew I was going to mod the heck out of the DeLorean. So I knew so much about the car already, and the movie, and Bob Gale, and Robert Zemeckis, all the different things, and all these little backstories, and all this stuff about the car and the DeLorean, where it came from, who built it. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to kind of mix those two together and do like a little training and maybe learn some modeling along the way, because it had been 25 years since I've done any modeling at all. So I just kind of got carried away with it, and I put little fun facts in there. I don't know if you saw any, but
I did.
And I thought that'd be kind of fun because everybody was doing YouTube channels. There was a million of them already. There's 2 dozen people that were building the DeLorean on YouTube. So I didn't want to do that. I want to do something different. And I love photography. So being able to take really, really close-up pictures with good lenses and good cameras, I could get in closer and I could show things. Because, anybody that's ever tried to show like a black screw on a black part, watching somebody while they're live streaming or while they're watching a video, you just can't see it. And I can get my camera into places that the video is just not going to show. So that started the whole thing. And then once I had the DeLorean site and I bought, I think the next one I got was the 300 SL, maybe the DB5, then the GTR. And I just kept going. And now every time I start a new part work, I start a new website. So.
Well, there you go. And we all appreciate you for doing that because, your site is a valuable asset to everybody building these things. But enough blowing wind up your tuchus.
No, that's why I did it. The whole point wasn't just to brag about it. The whole point was to show other people it can be done.
Yeah, no, it's also to help people because there's definitely plenty of gotchas on these models that if you're not given a heads up by somebody who's blazed that trail already, you will find yourself very frustrated. And, you know, the modeling companies, you know, they don't go through that trouble, but they should to ensure maximum success because, you know, how many people probably, you know, could have canceled their subscription because they didn't have those little how-to extras and got frustrated and just said, you know what, this isn't worth it. I can't do this. Well, maybe they didn't have prior modeling experience.
I'm pretty sure that's why Eagle Moss reached out to me and asked me to do their build guides. Because they realized that even, you know, a lot of times the instructions were put together by people that were familiar with the model, or even in a worst case scenario, the manufacturer, like PCT would have made the instructions, right? Because they built, you know, they had to manufacture the model. And so they gave them like a baseline, here's the screws that go where and what's in what part. And then Eagle Moss kind of prettied it up.
Yeah.
And they came to me and they said, dude, we love your build guides and be super helpful. And originally the build guides were going to be internal only. They were going to be for basically customer service reps because people call in and go, I don't have this part, or how does this go in here? I can't get this part to fit, et cetera, et cetera. And then the customer service would be able to reference those build guides and help the customers. Well, it obviously never made that far. I think I did 30 or 40. I mean, they actually did put the GTR build guides I sent them on their website. And it's funny because it was literally the same exact steps, the same pictures, just rebranded with their Diecast Club logo. And now they're all gone.
That's pretty cool.
But that's what got them to start sending me kits, which was kind of fun, even though I wanted to do my own thing. That's why I was building 2 Enterprises and building 2 Eleanors. And because they didn't want it modded. They just wanted it their way. So I couldn't mod. I couldn't mod or change the one they were doing for the build guides. It had to stay perfectly stock, and there's no way I was going to build a stock Enterprise. So that's why I was paying for my own Enterprise, my own DeLorean or Eleanor. Agora is very different. Agora doesn't care. Agora loves that you mod your builds. Agora's like, go for it. We love to see what you're capable of doing. So, all right. So we put in the driver's mat, which is also
cool. Agora.
They're large scale builders. And it's not truly a part work. They're just large scale builders, is what they like to say. Part work refers to the magazine, not to the model.
Yeah.
Since a lot of theirs are just digital instructions, it's really more large scale modeling than a part work.
Yeah, but they still, I mean, I think the big thing with these part works for the company selling them, the profit margins on selling a model in this fashion is insane. Like, I don't know how Eagle Moss must have really tried hard to go out of business because if you think about it, Blitzway can sell a 1/6 scale. Okay, Ecto 1 for like $600 diecast. Maybe not as much diecast as the Eagle Moss one, but still a hell of a lot of diecast. And you know, this thing's considerably more money than that. It does have a couple different features, but not.
Well,
but not $700 worth.
The like the big 1/6 DeLorean is, boy, they took some liberties. I'll tell you that.
They did. I could have ordered it. They just released another one for pre-order. That's more like a Back to the Future 2 DeLorean, and it's just none of the flux bands light up. It's. I doubt the flux capacitor looks half as good as the
was it the Hot Toys
mods.
or was it Blitzway that did the big 1/6 DeLorean?
DeLorean was Hot Toys and Ecto was Blitzway.
Because like the wheels on that 1/6 are just way terrible. Like they're not even close. Like they don't even look accurate at all. It's so weird. I'm missing chat. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Great story, Ian. Quite quite journey to get the complete kit. Yes. That's what made me start following Ian. PITSTAIN Hobbies on YouTube. Go get him.
Hey, thank you.
That's what made me start following you. Is I saw that post because I do watch so many DeLorean videos, and it recommended you, and I watched that about you getting it, and here you are. It was great.
Yeah.
Maker's Cave.
Thanks
says,
so much for watching and subscribing.
I'll be sure to lose it. Oh yes, Ian or Steve over at Maker's Cave is going to be building the Miura, and Steve, you are going to love this. This is a fantastic build. I'm having so much fun with it. So don't lose that part. So keep an eye on that bag. Eric says exactly, Ian. Todd's sites are invaluable. Aw, I really appreciate
Eric, you're so sweet when you're not cursing me out to my face. Thank you.
No, he'll just curse you out in chat.
There we go.
And then I curse you out on the internet.
The panel gaps on this are somewhat akin to an early production Tesla.
Okay, so you can fix some of that if you were so bold, because I had a couple of those a little bit. If you, because especially it's the rear quarter panels that make most of the gap. What typically is that chassis. I'm going to zoom back out for this because I'm going to talk with my hands. That chassis, and let's assume that this is the chassis of the DeLorean, can be bent.
Yeah.
So you can take. I literally took the two ends and held them in my hands like this, and bent that up because that's what's holding it. Is the front and rear ends kind of flex down a little bit. It takes some force, but you can do it. And then the rear fenders have a little wiggle room to them. So the two rear wings, you can loosen the screws on those and kind of push them forward, and they'll close up some of that gap.
Gotcha.
So give that a shot. Did I take pictures of this already?
This is, you know, I think I'm going to just play it safe for right now. There's one thing I've learned is doing certain things live on video, or even while I'm recording a video to upload later. There's certain things I don't try to do on camera because not that I'm thinking I'll mess it up and then I'll hide it from people. It's the fact that I know I will break something.
Yes,
and
I'm sure you will break something, but look at it this way. Why don't you do this? Look at it real closely and say, if I squint, does it go away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's one of these things where who's going to notice that but you?
Yeah, for the most part, you're absolutely right. But yeah, it's just the scale modeler's psyche.
Yes.
It will haunt me in my dreams. I'll be asleep. This thing will be sitting at my office at work, and honestly, I'm going to display it. I'm going to display it from the driver's side, and that side actually lines up better than the passenger side. So if you look at that, that's considerably better on the driver's side.
So I was so crazy about those gaps is I actually opened the doors, and while the doors were mounted to the car and holding my breath, I twisted the frames of the doors to get them just to line up just perfectly because I was so anal about the gaps. My gaps are pretty good, but you're holding your breath and crossing your toes and fingers trying to make sure you don't break something off.
Yeah,
because you got one shot at it.
I could just about mount this. See, that's R1, so that would not look right. Actually, that looks fine. Why can't I use one where two went? One seems to fit fine because I could bolt in this sail panel after the fact because I can still access those holes from the inside of the vehicle.
Yeah, and you'll be able to do that until you put in the inside interior. So you got time.
Yeah, the only thing I can't access is if I put this rear fender on this little guy. But I think 1 and 2 are basically identical.
I don't remember. Did I take a picture of the 5 brackets and show the differences? I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. You did. Let me take a look at your website here real quick. My BTTF, Ian is an asshole, DeLorean.com. Okay, there we go.
That's the one.
Got it. Got it. Okay, let's see. 5 brackets, 5 brackets. My God, this is a long page, this stage 80. Okay. RL1, RL1 and RL2 are ever so slightly different. But I don't know. Let me see. It's definitely an RL1. Does the whole lineup, though, as the question? Could it be a tiny bit higher? Yeah, it should be a tiny bit higher. I'm going to fix this, right? Because I want to put this rear fender on. Since I know now I can do whatever I want with, I'm just going to cut this nub off on RL1. So I've got an entire stage 78 coming, and I'm just going to send it. And that way I can get my fender on, and I can continue on with my build while waiting for my eBay purchase to arrive. Okay, these are not easy to put together. These little flux bands, getting these guys in.
Oh, yeah.
For God's sake. Even with a magnetized screwdriver. There we go. Yeah, because the RLs, all the actual screw holes are in the same exact position on each one.
Yeah.
It's just the locating pin that is in a slightly different spot. So now we've got all of these on here.
Yeah, as long as they line up, I would think you'd be okay. And there's one that goes on that sail too, right? There's a bracket that goes on there.
Well, that was RL1, which I just cut the nub off and put in place of RL2, because this I can't get to once this fender's on the inner body frame. But this I can still access while this is mounted to the body frame. Those holes go clear through. I can see yellow through there. So I'm gonna bolt this sucker onto the car, and then I'll just bolt the sail panel on from the inside when my my eBay shipment arrives. Yeah, I'm happy now. Okay, that's better. Somewhat crisis averted, sort of. Can't believe that sail panel just went frickin' vanished on me. Just never arrived. That's okay. It happens. Worst things have happened to me.
Eric says the Blitzway Ecto is $1,900 for a big plastic model.
Well, now it is. The original Blitzway Ecto one, the first one, this is the new Afterlife one is the one you're looking at probably on the pre-orders. But the original one was sub $1,000 when they first came out with it. But, you know, due to the global whatever the hell excuse you want to give for rising prices, yeah, that new Ecto is boku bucks. But they did retool the thing to have, you know, the gunner seat swing out and, you know, the ramp in the back for the little, you know, ROV, whatever the hell, you know, the T-Max, the Traxxas T-Max version of the Ghost Trap. Like, anyone who's in RC cars knows that they were using Traxxas parts for the most part to build that. Yeah.
Transmission tunnels in. Headrests are on. The what they call the rear hood or rear bonnet release is this little guy here for the engine cover. That's on. Looking good. Floor mats are in.
That is a beautiful interior.
Like, it looks really good. I have here, I even have a seat. Give me a second.
Like I said the other night, I'm like, if they do a Di Tommaso Pantera, I don't care if it's an early production or a later production with the crazy body kits to keep up with the Countach, I would definitely do a Pantera.
So there's a seat. We'll throw a seat in there. And we have the dash. Let's see what that looks like.
Oh, yeah, that's spiffy. Nice and simple. I mean, that was the 70s right there.
Oh, yeah. And they did a really... I'll show this separately. But like, this is that rubberized metal or rubberized plastic, too. So it looks really good. But the gauges, you know, have a little bowl on them. You know,
they look nice and clear.
Yep.
They look well printed.
Yep. They did a really good job. So super happy with that.
Do you did you watch or do you watch the show Wheeler Dealers?
Is that the one where they do the $1 million cars in Vegas or something? That's not. I keep seeing
Wheeler
ads.
Dealers is it's the British car show where they buy kind of like a beat up, desirable used car and they fix it up and sell it on, and they make they don't make a ton of profit sometimes, but they went to like the Czech Republic and they bought a Mura sight unseen. They couldn't even start it. It's been like it was stored for like 20 years somewhere in a warehouse, and they bought it and brought it back to the UK and refurbished it and got it running and did the tune-up and the timing belts and everything on it. And what is that little thing?
It says wiper on it. It's a wiper knob.
Nice detail.
Let's see if I zoom in. Sometimes you can get it to. Let's see if I can get it to. Oh, right in the center of the screen. I'm working on it. The other way. The other way.
Is that on a Sony?
Yeah, but I have it zoomed in. I was hoping I could get it to work. All right, it's not gonna do that.
Yeah, you got to zoom out for that focus to work.
I don't know how close I can get it. Let's see. Is this it? You can see it says wiper.
That's still clear. Yeah, that's nice and clear. Yeah, if I was watching you full screen on YouTube, I could. We don't have a producer to big either of us.
Yeah, ignition key.
Oh, cool. You have to pay extra from Mike Lane for the DeLorean for the door lock keys.
Yeah, which are hanging in my ignition in my DeLorean.
That is a nice touch. Okay. All right. Haven't broken anything yet, knock on wood.
Little tiny switch.
Time to flip this monster over again. Oh, my Lord. This thing is so heavy.
You're going to do that a lot, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little piece of paper towel here.
I recommend you get a friend for issue 91, by the way.
Oh, what? Marrying the chassis to the body?
Yep. I did it alone.
Unfortunately, I left New Jersey and I have no friends anymore. In person.
What I did when I was doing mine is I set the interior, the chassis down, then took the lid and leaned it back and had a big towel rolled up behind the back of my desk, like a big beach towel. And so I laid the interior on the beach towel, so it was just touching the chassis, so I could attach all the wires and just bring it over and drop it down on top.
Ah, okay. Good tip.
Because I did it alone, but if you can get help, definitely take it.
Yeah, I might be able to get one of my car buddies down here in Atlanta to stop by, but honestly, you know, they're all kind of they could potentially cause more harm than good.
Yeah,
depending on how drunk they get.
That might be a lesser beer night, not a beer-free night, but maybe more of a lesser beer night.
Yeah. Well, I'll just make sure to only have Miller Lights in the fridge. That's all I can really drink anymore anyway.
A neat trick for this. This is covered with that same rubbery material, which it pulls the skin off your fingers, right? So it leaves little crumbs everywhere. And I found a neat trick for cleaning this is just an old toothbrush. I don't know why I'm so blown out. Why is the camera so blown out? It's because I held black up to it.
I don't know. Yeah,
anyway.
Maybe your lights are going.
Anyway, so a toothbrush works really good at getting all the stuff out of the crevices.
You might have too much light.
Oh, I'm sure. It seems bright to me, but every time I take pictures, and because I have to shoot a pretty fast shutter so I don't get motion blur from me holding the camera handheld. So I always have to lighten my pictures up. Anyway, so
yeah, these body lines aren't perfect either. like the plastic, the black rubber trim on this door doesn't quite. Oh, there it goes. Jeez. Nope. I don't know. Okay, well, close enough. I'm not going to push my luck. Oh, my God, this thing is ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh, my Lord.
You're not even close. You're not even close to being done with that. You still got to put the whole roof interior in. You got to mount. You won't mount the rear bumper until the very end of the model, but that adds a bunch of weight.
Okay, issue 80 done. Other than looking at whatever weird pictures the Japanese instructions got.
Oh, now comes the fun part, man. This now it starts getting fun because you're going to start building the rear deck.
Oh, that's what I was waiting for.
Yep. Now you're going to start doing all the reactor deck stuff. It's good times.
Yeah. I got it. So now literally I just got to get issue 78 in from eBay. And I hope this guy ships on Monday, like first thing. It should show up hiccup pretty quick if paid. Yeah. Issue 78. $60 for just that. Well, at least the guy's got 100% positive feedbacks. So there was a guy in Japan selling the Agostini parts stages. Like, he literally took everybody's money and shipped nothing.
Now, this is cool, too. I'm going to show you this. This is the engine sound switch. Now, I have no idea what's going to trigger this. It's just a tiny little contact switch. But it's got foam. It doesn't really show this in the pictures, but it's got little blocks of foam attached to it on either side. So when you put it in the housing, let me get this back in the center so it'll focus. When you slide this in the housing, it won't move. That
nice.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's a nice little touch. I'm going to go grab some more issues out of the closet. Hopefully we're not missing more parts. Okay. Where are we going here? Okay. We'll just grab 81 through 86. Let's see what we get. I'm definitely going to inventory these bits better when I open up future stages now, since I've now been burnt.
Gordon is here.
Hobby time. Hey, hobby time. Is that Gordon, you said?
That is Gordon. That is Gordon.
Oh, hi, Gordon. I'll forget your name tomorrow, but hi. I'm so bad with names.
You know what this is for? Oh, that is cool. Ha!
What?
It's kind of like the DB5. That's a contact switch. So when you take the little here, I'll get this in here. When you take the little tiny engine key, when you put it in the slot, it activates the switch.
No.
It's just like the DB5. So that's what makes the engine. You push that key in, and that makes the engine sounds.
That's sick. That
of course,
is very
once
cool.
this is in the car, you'll never be able to reach this. You're gonna have to use
the engine switch. Key?
You'll never be able to, because this will be in the center console. You're gonna have to try to reach through the door and reach in here and try to push this key in. Good luck.
Yeah. So you're doing a power mod or something, right?
Oh, I'm sure I'll find a way to get this powered permanently.
Some kind of remote or something. All right. Oh, we've got some rear deck. Look at that.
Is that the engine surround? Nice.
81. Okay, everyone can watch this. It's on video now, so we can see that all the parts. Okay, the silver boxes, the two grills, the silver pipey thing. We're not worried about screws anymore. We've got so many spares. I could miss every screw out of the next 10 issues and not run out. Okay, looks like we've got all the parts for number 81. Thank goodness. I couldn't take any more heartbreak tonight. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, this is interesting. Doing the DeLorean during these live streams, I end up making progress that I really don't get to cover in my normal YouTube build series videos. But I don't think anyone really cares because so far I haven't run into something on a live stream that I felt I really wanted that to be in my, proper YouTube build videos. Because I like to just go over the, hey, this almost broke, or hey, here's a mod, or this, that, and the other. I've been looking out with the timing on that, with everything being... Oh, there we go. Some of these stages are a joke. It's like $15 for what?
Yeah.
Like one piece of die-cast metal.
Oh, wait.
And a few little...
Did you buy through 159 or just through 130?
I bought through 130.
Okay, good. Because you get really disappointed when you spend $10 for one railroad tie.
Oh, God, yeah. I saw that. I was like, no bueno. Not happening. Not doing that. I don't... First of all, my least favorite form of the DeLorean is Back to the Future 3. I may attract some flaming for that. But, I mean, honestly, the railroad, the train wheels do nothing for me. The hood box is cool. I have to admit, the hood box is pretty cool. But other than that, I don't like that car at all.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm all Back to the Future 2. Or the end of Back to the Future 1, I should say. The second at the end of that movie, when Doc shows up and he says, where we're going, we don't need roads. And he already threw a few bits of banana peel and beer can into Mr. Fusion. And Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough room. And the thing hovers and then just takes off. I was blown away as a kid. And that was the definitive DeLorean time machine for me personally. And Todd, I think you liked kind of the Back to the Future 1 version a little more, didn't you?
For me, it was the minute it rolled out of the van. The very first movie.
Yeah, exactly. With the original reactor in the back. I don't care about the hover conversion, to be honest with you. I don't know why I have a hard-on for Mr. Fusion, but I do see the downfall of Mr. Fusion is it really does cover up quite a few fun details on the back of the car.
Yes.
With its like Mr. Fusion mounting plate. So I give you that. But having this little Mr. Fusion like white Cuisinart periscope sticking up out of the back of the car, I don't know. It was just something about that I really liked.
No, I totally hear you. And I just make, since it comes on that little deck, the Mr. Fusion, I can just display it next to the car, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm a twisted soul because I love the hood box and the detail in the hood box so much that I literally have the movie 1 car with the hood box on it. So I'm weird.
Well, yeah, it's your model. So, that's the whole point of this thing is, make it how you want it.
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to take it off.
Yeah, I do. I do have to say the hood box. And there's some mods for the hood box that make it look even nicer, I think, right?
I have the Mike Lane makes a wood case. Basically, you can you just stick wood paneling on the box.
Yeah.
God, it made it look good. It's got all the Pepsi logos on it, the old Pepsi Cola logos from the 50s.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I did like how Doc Brown tinkered that thing together out of bits and pieces from 1955.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I could... Should I replace the steering shaft? I don't know. I think I'll pass.
Just, you don't need it. It's really not going to make that much difference.
80.
This is one of the rare car. Well, that's not true. This car, you can turn the wheels and it'll turn the steering wheel. Some other cars, like the Kit, you have to turn the steering wheel to get it to turn the wheels because the way they use the worm gear. But since this is like a peg in a slot on the DeLorean, you can just turn the front wheels by hand if you needed to.
I don't think I'm ever going to purposefully turn the wheels. Like, once this is done, it's going in its display case, and forever there it shall stay. Other than lifting off the clear lid to maybe take off the Mr. Fusion to look at the reactor, that's about it. We've got good gaps here.
All right, something they didn't show is that you want to, really should do this before, is take these wires and bend them vertical on the back of this. So those wires stick up straight out of the console.
So are you doing these shots for Agora?
No, I'm doing them for me.
Okay.
No, this is for my site. This is not some thing where they're like, you know, we want you to build a build guide or anything. No.
Okay.
I mean, are they sending me the model? Yes. But gotcha. I tell them, I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna do this, I'm probably gonna mod it, and I want to be honest about if it's any good or not. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. They're good people. They're open to that. They really love modeling. They really love, they really love this stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not all about the money. It's about the models.
Yeah. I'm toying with the idea of maybe if they bring out that Millennium Falcon, I might want to do that. I'm not sure.
Well, some of
honestly,
that
I'm not making any.
Like this is not their build. This is a Hachette build. They're just distributing it for Hachette. So there's only so much they can do when it comes to models that aren't their own. You know, like even the fire truck. You can only get it from Agora, but it's actually a D'Agostini build from 2008 that they bought the rights to start re-releasing. Basically,
the fire truck is sick. That fire truck is insane.
Well, and how much modding have I done to that thing? I've just modded the hell out of that thing.
I can't, because the amount of work you did just to get the lights to look a little more realistic. That was a lot. Okay, engine surround. This looks like a fairly mod zone. Oh, your mod zone. Let's see. Oh, the gold Sharpie as usual. Okay.
Let's see. What do we got? Steve says, watching you guys really making me mad. He's stuck at home. It's for those who don't know, Steve's creation lab, his maker's cave, is not in the same place he lives. So that's why he is stuck at home. He can't go to his home away from home to build things. He wants to be back in the cave.
So you have a separate studio, huh?
Oh, he's got a whole workshop.
Oh, nice.
I want to say, if I remember him, he told me once, or he said it on a stream once, it's like 20 minutes from the house. But still, if he's not feeling good, because I think he's on COVID number 3, I
heard COVID 3 was the bad sequel. COVID 1 and 2 were more entertaining. There we go. Yeah, I had original recipe COVID, I think, or maybe extra tasty crispy.
Extra crispy
but not
COVID?
The new Nashville hot. Yeah. Then they came out with Nashville hot COVID, and I was just like, too spicy. Don't want it. I powered through COVID, though, because I was on vacation in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I woke up one morning on vacation, and I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of bed. I finally made it out of bed. I couldn't get off the couch then. Around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I managed to just muscle down a margarita. And I went, okay. All right, I feel a little better. I feel a little more human now. I don't know if this is speaking to alcoholism or not, but the margarita fought with the COVID, and it let me get out of the hotel door to go see Star Trek The Motion Picture on the big screen. It was a limited release. We pre-bought tickets. My wife decided to go with me. I advised her that may not be a good idea because Star Trek The Motion Picture was by far the most boring Star Trek movie ever made in the history of the universe. And she sat through it, and I made it through.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one was super slow and plotting. And
see, I will go back and watch them when they're first flying up to the ship in the little shuttle. I'll watch that part and then turn off the rest of it. That's like the best few minutes of that whole movie. And then V'ger can suck my balls. Like really, literally.
Yeah, the whole. The other 90% of that movie is like a snooze fest.
Yeah. The worst is when they're trying to go through when Spock's trying to blast his way through that puckering butthole. God, that is the worst part. So hard to watch.
Yeah, well, there was that was the first movie after the original TV series, and it was still a little early for special effects, and but yeah, and then they're like, they had heard all the people going, yeah, well, kind of cool, yeah, I guess, but oh my God, it was boring. And then they did Wrath of Khan. Holy crap. Wrath of Khan was just, it was amazing.
There you go. There's our interior so far. Sorry.
Ah, nice.
So there's
Is that shift boot inverted?
Yeah, goes down.
Oh, okay.
So we've got that attached, and we got the little key in it. Steve says he's only 5 minutes away. God, 5 minutes away from all this fun, Steve. I'm so sorry you're sick.
Well, Steve, is there anybody else at your workshop, or are you physically incapable of leaving the house right now?
I guess he can't go. Con made up
to be on a ventilator to not come to the basement.
Con definitely made up for it.
My God, yeah. Ricardo Montalban now, was that a prosthetic chest he was wearing? I think it was. Right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And the actor in real life was in good shape for the day, considering his age and the lack of advancements in physical fitness supplements. But I think the prosthetic chest it held up. It still looked good. I saw Wrath of Khan not more than a couple months ago in the theater with a buddy of mine down here in Atlanta, and it was really nice because we're both in our in our 40s, so it was nice that we were able to get up at any time during the movie to go pee, and not have to hold it, because we're like, well, we've seen the whole movie. There was only a couple minutes of additional footage added to it, so if you haven't seen the new remastered director's cut of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, totally get like the Blu-ray or the 4K or whatever, and it's got just a couple of minutes of extra footage that really lets you gives you some more information to explain some of the rest of the movie much better. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, so I'll just leave it at that. And at first, when you see the extra footage, you're like, well, that was weird and kind of awkward. But then later in the movie, you go, oh, now it all ties together. Oh, my God, that made so much. Why didn't they leave this in the movie? And, the reasons things get cut. It happens. I highly recommend that. Okay, let me quit flapping my damn lips and get some work done. I was just, I put the gold Sharpie marker on here, so I had to let it dry a little.
Steve says that Ricardo actually wanted the chess piece. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I knew it was a chess piece, but I didn't know he specifically wanted it.
Well, why wouldn't he want to look more buff and awesome?
Right? Feel better quickly, Steve. I agree.
Yeah, feel better, man.
We want you back. Hopefully you can make maybe you can make our Fridays and get a quick recovery. Well, you know what? That is the end of that entire pack of the meal.
Do you have any more?
Not. But you know what? Because I was having so much fun with this, I'm going to put that seat back in. I just want to see what it looks like. We'll pop this seat back on here. Throw the dashboard back on here. Just for fun. Now that we have actual interior parts. It catches the skin rubs off your finger and it just catches all that skin. Anyway, so let me we'll put this on the close up. I'll switch this camera. And there's our interior.
That is nice.
Still got to do the pedal box. So we got the floor pedals, but we have the back of the seat. Another seat's coming, so we'll have that, but it's looking good. I'm liking it.
Nice. What color is the outside of that car?
Bright yellow. Here, I have the door. I'll show you.
Is that one of like the first stages they sent you?
Oh yeah,
to get you all excited.
So it is.
Oh,
very
wow.
Mustard yellow, bright yellow, very race car yellow.
I'd poop on everything.
Exactly.
As our ergo Grey Poupon, but more yellow.
Steve, okay, so I believe that. He says Ricardo was known for being vain. I totally believe that. Eric says,
oh, yeah,
yes, he was a great actor. Oh, yeah. No, that was a phenomenal. He's a phenomenal actor. He did so good. That was such a good. Even his other films, but he was excellent in Star Trek 2. But you know what they say? It's all about the odd films. You want to watch the odd films because the even films are terrible.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. That was
terrible.
Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home with the whales.
Yeah, come on. You got to admit, them going to San Francisco and looking for a nuclear vessel was amazing. Spock being in transparent aluminum. Hello, computer. He grabs a mouse.
Oh yeah.
That was them being so out of place was the best part. And
yeah, that really was. I mean, I liked all the movies, but yeah, that was great.
But watching Spock grow up as an angry kid, that was rough. Now, Kirstie Alley being in it, that was good. Like seeing Kirstie Alley, that was fun.
Yeah, she was a little kicker. So here's one thing. I don't know if I've said it here before, but I found it quite interesting. Is it's really apropos that we're building the DeLorean right now, because Christopher Lloyd built a time machine out of a DeLorean, and then Captain Kirk used Christopher Lloyd's bird of prey to travel back in time to get the whales.
Yep.
So Christopher Lloyd's bird of prey and DeLorean, within the same couple years in the 80s, both traveled through time.
Yeah.
To save the world. Or something. Maybe not save the world. They didn't save the world in Back to the Future, but they saved their own asses. Yeah, or something. But yeah, that was that was a good one. I did like Star Trek 4. 5, Final Frontier.
No,
I don't know. We did get the whatchamacallit striptease from Uhura.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, she was an older woman then, but you know what? The Gams, they still held up. She did a good job.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was almost like a Kirstie Alley in what was that? The Schwarzenegger movie? Oh God. Not Last Action. No. What was that Schwarzenegger movie?
Steve agrees.
With not Kirstie Alley. Huh?
Uhura dancing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep going. While you're thinking, I need to put this stuff safely away because I'm done with this stuff for now.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Yeah, True Lies. That was it. True Lies.
Oh,
and that was with Jamie Lee Curtis doing the striptease. Yes. It was very much like a Star Trek 5 moment right there.
I watched that last week.
True Lies, it's a great movie. I mean, he's flying a friggin' Harrier.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Eliza Dushku in that movie?
It was. Indeed.
Yeah, she was really little in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Very young.
Enough. Okay, AP screws. APs. There we go. My favorite screw. The AP screw.
I hope you have some spares.
Maybe a couple. Just a couple.
All right, that's done. You know, when I was replacing those screws in the Titanic, because I bought a bunch of these little mini ratchets because I didn't know which ones are going to work. So I have all these extra ratchets. So I got this little guy. Let's see what he looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's nice. To get in there and get those hex screws without using that angled, terrible angled screwdriver they gave us. So this is super nice.
Oh,
that's why I bought that. That's why I bought that. Because the screws on the Titanic are 2mm hex. So I bought this to have the 2mm bit because this set only went down to an H3mm. So we'll try that when I build more Titanic. We'll try these tools and see which ones work best.
Yeah, if you want a really tiny, proper ratchet to get in places, look at this little guy.
Well, that's what
it's
I ended
a quarter
up
inch, quarter-inch drive. It's reversible.
That's what I got, right?
Yeah, but
so
this is even smaller.
Yeah, but does yours have a pivoting head?
No, it doesn't have the swivel head. It doesn't have the swivel head. But guess what? It's toothless. It's infinitely.
This is a 3. I think it's 3 degrees or 4 degrees. So it's
this is like nothing degrees.
Yeah,
it's like 1 degree maybe.
This is my third selection. Let's see what's in here. I try all the tools so you don't have to. That's what everybody says, right? I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Let's see what this is. I'm sure it's more Chinese garbage, but let's see.
Hey, well, this stage is done.
This thing's big.
Oh, God, no.
This is too big.
Yeah.
It's got a good bit selection. And I guess this comes off. I saw, if I remember correctly, this comes off, this handle somehow. Or you can drive the bits through the end. So you can put a bit in the end of this, too, and use it as a screwdriver. That's kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, 81 is done. 78 can't get here soon enough, eBay. Come on, guy in Florida, be my hero.
Let's see it. Let's see what you've done.
I just got this part done here. Got the silver boxes on. Got this thing with a little gold paint in there. This guy Todd said to use a gold Sharpie on his website. You know, make it pop a little.
Yep. That was an old heater element. Heating element on the real car.
Yeah, everything on the back of the real car was mostly aerospace junkyard finds.
Yep.
And then like these things look like.
What do you got there?
I got 82 with the little the red capacitors and the wires and those crappy hockey pucks that aren't hockey pucks.
Yeah,
but we have replacement hockey pucks.
Oh. Did you get the ones from like Shapeways?
I got the Darren Gurney.
Hey, they already pre-painted? Perfect.
Yeah. And they got screw holes in the bottom.
Even better.
I didn't use his leather door pulls.
I guess that's okay. I have the cloth ones that came with it. But...
Yeah, I like the cloth ones better because the D-ring was more realistic.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. No, those. Know what I was going to do is those capacitors were actually, polished aluminum with a plastic coat dip, and so they're kind of like a chrome red. And I was going to repaint mine, and then I decided just not to. I just left them. Like, they're red, they're red.
Yeah.
And they technically, the first wires went this way, the second wires went this way at 45 degrees, and the last ones went this way on the real car.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mess with that either. Like, we're in the minutia digging that deep.
Yeah. I do have some photos. And you sent me a link to a whole bunch of Google Drive photos as well for...
Yeah, I went to the Peterson and spent like an hour with the guards all staring at me intently, crawling all over that car taking pictures. 350.
Yeah, I did spend quite a bit of time.
Donnie wants to know if that was the movie where they introduced the bird of prey. I'm assuming he means bird of prey, not hood. Is it? That I don't know.
What, Star Trek 4? Where they introduced the modern bird of prey?
Yeah, is that when they did it?
No, it was at the end of Star Trek 3.
Technically, yes.
Because
that's where they stole
Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, that's when they crashed the Enterprise because they hijacked Christopher Lloyd's bird of prey. So it was Star Trek 3 near the end. where the modern bird of prey first appeared. So here's the photo you're talking about.
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna make you big.
Where they're a very chromy red.
Yes. And see how the line of the screws is rotated?
Yeah.
Yes, Donnie, we kick that out and compare tools. That's what we do.
Yeah, we can compare. I mean, here, let me do an inventory check. Okay, three of those we're not using. We got the hose we're not using because I got a Darren Gurney part for that. 3 of those wires. Do we have 3 and 3 wires, screws? I don't care. We got plenty. Retaining clip. Okay, we're good. MP. Good. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got all our parts.
I have to change background, so give me a second here.
There we go. Very carefully dump everything out into the tray. This is what I did with 78. I very slowly and deliberately dump everything into my parts tray so I don't miss anything. So there's no way that giant sail panel could have vanished. It wasn't like a tiny little black spring. But if we compare the mirror finish of metallic red to this, this is pink. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's definitely a weird color.
Yeah, and the thing is, this you'd have to do chrome paint underneath.
Yes.
To
rotate them, you know what I was going to do? I was trying to figure out how I was going to rotate them, and I was going to have to use a blade saw to cut the caps off the bases, and then rotate them and glue them back on. You know what I mean? And I just didn't want to do that.
Well, honestly, I would do the front 2 facing backwards like they're intended, and then just cut the pin off the third one and put that one facing out to the side.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty close.
Yeah, so I guess really if you cut the pin off of one and only have to rotate, so you only have to rotate one of them. Yeah,
if you just rotate the third one.
Well, no, the
90
second
degrees.
one. Well, you rotate the third one, but the second one you'd have to cut the cap off the base and then glue it back on.
I don't think I'm going to go through that.
Yeah, I didn't want to. The color is really up to you. It is supposed to be a very metallic red, and it's not. It's kind of a weird pink purple.
Yeah, these are getting painted. That's it. That's happening.
Do you have chrome?
Sorry.
Do you have like an all clad or something?
I don't have an all clad chrome, but what I do have is I have a Molotov liquid chrome.
Yeah. Do you have clear red?
And I have clear red.
There you go. That should do it. I can't wait to see how this is going to come out. So get to it.
Yeah, I also have. What else do I have? Yeah, I have a Gundam marker chrome pen as well. So Gundam marker makes a nice chrome pen as well. Just in case anyone's wondering. So these are the 2 best chrome pens in the world. Molotov is probably the best, and then that. And if you're doing airbrush, yeah, if hindsight was 2020, I would have ordered a jar of all clad mega chrome or super duper chrome or ultra chrome, whatever the hell the name is these days.
Do you have what size pin do you have, or pen? Do you have the big fat 4mm tip Molotov?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, because that way you can just coat it on super thick and it gets shiny.
Well, and then the Gundam marker has a big fat wedge tip.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Whatever works.
So,
I would love to see what this looks like, and we're going to be here a while. So there you go.
I'm gonna do a quick test on the bottom here with the Gundam chrome. Kind of hard to tell with the light blows it out a little. And then let's check out the Molotov. They're basically identical between the Molotov and the Gundam. They're pretty much the same damn thing.
Yeah, you know what it tells me though is the bladed one, the flat edged one will probably be easier to paint those.
Yeah.
So I would use their
Very
Gundam
possibly.
one. Let me go get some parts. Right back.
Okay. All right. And were the bases chromed as well? That's the real question. Okay, I don't think the bases on these things were chromed. Let me check out. I got another shot here. Yeah, look. The base was silver.
The base was silver, yes.
Yeah, the base is silver. I took some very good shots here. I was very specific when I was at the Peterson, and I was too also getting some funny looks because security was heavy at the DeLorean and nearly as heavy at the Afterlife Ecto 1. And that was the screen-used A car that was at the Peterson in April when I was there. It had the holes for the little strobe light on the front bumper and on the driver's side from Ecto 1A from Ghostbusters 2.
No, that's not true. They built a whole new one for Afterlife.
That car had the bumpers from Ecto 1A.
Oh, no.
Had the holes in it.
It could be the rebuilt 1A. It wasn't one. It wasn't Ecto 1. Not the one sitting on the Sony lot.
No, that's not the one on the Sony lot. But one of the movie cars, one of the A car, I don't know if it was A car or the B car, whatever, but it was a rebuilt, the Ecto 1A rebuilt.
Yes.
And then the one on the studio lot was like specifically built for promotional stuff in the studio lot and interior close-ups and stuff.
Well, they rebuilt one. They took it down to the frame and rebuilt one. That's the one that is sitting at Sony. Then 1A was in such bad disrepair that they basically took it down to and rebuilt it to become Afterlife because 1A was in bad shape. 1A was torn all to hell. But anyway, so this box is really big. Why is this box so big? What is in here?
Why am I full screened and you're not there?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't even realize it. It's a huge box. What is in here? It's too big. It's more of the big. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, ooh, free gift. An Iron Man helmet, 1/2 scale speaker.
What the hell?
It is a Bluetooth speaker.
Well, that's going to probably sound like crap.
I'm sure. And the eyes light up when it's in use. Oh,
that's fantastic.
Distributed by.
Crank it up for us.
That's cute.
You know, I almost want to crack one of these markers open and decant it into my airbrush.
People have.
Oh, fingerprint. Just paint over it.
Let's see. This is 59.62.
Okay, I'm on the wrong track here. I need to put a screw into these damn things and then use the clippy stick to hold on to the screw. So what size screw go into the red capacitors?
The tiny, tiny, tiny little chrome ones. Don't you have a bunch
in the
of
bottom,
these?
I mean. In the bottom. In the bottom.
You should have a bunch of these.
BP.
Buddy.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of self-closing tweezers. And I use I love
I got clippy sticks.
No. See, if I get these, because these are made for soldering, they have the wire frame around them, so when they hold the part in the air and it doesn't stick to the ground.
Do
you have any of these little soldering tweezers? Yeah, kind of like that. But if you can get the ones that are made for soldering, they have this wire frame around them. So when you sit it on the ground, the part doesn't touch the table. Yeah,
I think I need to put the BP screws in the bottom of these things.
Yeah, that should work. 59. Oh, see, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of paint work. This is the other detail part of the leg. Guess I know what I'm gonna be doing.
All right, where's my other pliers?
62. More of the base. That part. I have to get all my markers out. Let's see. Gold pen. What else did I use? I know I used the Molotow. Let me get the Molotow's out. 1 millimeter. Let's do the 2. How big's the 2? That might be too
that's
big.
much better. Okay, that'll work. Whew. All right, back to the chrome penning.
You're chrome penning.
Now
I'm gonna have to chrome pen.
It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's got to be pretty good.
You know how we are. Pretty good is good enough.
Yeah. Then we're going to hit this with clear coat after the chrome pen dries. And then after that, it's going to get the Tamiya clear red and then some more clear coat.
All right, we're not even going to build this until I get all this stuff painted again. All right, what were the pens I used? I used red and blue and yellow, green. I don't remember if I used silver or not. I love these acrylic paint pens. They are my friend. Let's see. We have Donnie says that he has one of those Gundam markers and awesome. They never dry. That is true. The Molotovs don't either. They're terrible for that because I painted the little links inside the Titanic engine and I let them sit, not kidding, for 2 weeks. And when I started to put them together, it rubbed off. Like it does never dries.
Yeah, well, you gotta heat dry it, and then you gotta clear coat it. That's the trick. So, what we're gonna do is use our trusty friend, the Makita heat gun, set on about a 3.5, almost 4, and it has a trigger lock. So we're just gonna stand it up on the clippy stick on a drying block and let her run.
Eric says he's watching Two Needs mentally geek out. Pretty sure he meant nerds.
He probably did.
He did. That's true. Steve says connect the helmet to Alexa and it'll be like Friday talking to you. I guess. Should I do that? Or should I have... Oh, you know what I should do is get some clips of Jarvis and play them through the helmet. All right, so I can't remember what I painted all these colors. I'm going to have to go get the other leg because I can't remember what I painted what.
We're gonna keep on with our chrome penning.
So here's our other leg. So let's see what I did here. So I did some. I need bronze, gold shirt. There we go, bronze. Get
on the bottom of this capacitor. And then I'll detail paint the gray on the bottom using a standard like chrome silver or something. Oh, God, why didn't I just buy some all-clad? This would have been so much faster in the airbrush. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm just concentrating.
Oh. My cheap Chinese headset just went, connected.
Was that the Bing I heard?
Probably.
I did
this
hear
thing
it
is a piece of junk. My new Sony Bluetooth earbuds are on their way. They should be here, I think, Tuesday or something. Because I hate this giant, bulky, cushion muffed
If you need a speaker for your desk, I have an Iron Man helmet.
No, I don't want the speaker. I don't want to even have the chance for audio feedback to happen, because I'm fine with just a single ear with an earbud in it. That's all I really need. Because then it sounds like we're on the telephone. And honestly, I listen to YouTube with a single ear headset. I don't even use headphones. Like, unless I'm listening to like something that's like music or video. Like, I stumbled upon this old lady that was like a professional drummer, and she was an elderly lady in the UK, and she was doing like Disturbed, Down with the Sickness drum cover. And she apparently was on the UK version of the whole, was it America's Got Talent, or was it American Idol? It was like UK Idol, Britain Idol, or whatever.
They have a Britain's Got Talent.
Well, that's where they started it, I think. But yeah, and then I stumbled on Michael Jackson's old drummer, it was like John Sugarfoot Moffat or something. Oh my God, just listening to him play like all the drum covers from Michael Jackson songs from back in the 80s. I was just like, this is awesome. Okay. Got our Chrome. That's looking pretty good. I mean, honestly, once we get the clear red on here, and it's in the car and it's got the wires around it, you're not going to notice any discrepancies whatsoever. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go. Luckily, I've got about a dozen more Makita 5 amp hour batteries. I can just run this heat gun all night if I need to. There we go. Yeah, I knew it would happen sooner or later. And I would just be like, okay, I'm going to repaint something totally unnecessary to repaint. But this one's finally on the outside of the car, so I'm okay with it. And it's going to be on the display side, because I plan to have this really facing outwards on the driver's side. And you put a little blue tack in your clippy sticks on the screw there, and it gives you a bit more stability. Blue tack's the best.
Oh yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I got some of it for in black. It's not Blue Tack brand, but I got some of that for sealing the Enterprise.
You got black tack?
Yep.
Do they call it black tack? That'd be fun.
It is called Tack Black.
Tack Black. There we go.
And this stuff works really good. It's actually even, I like this because this is actually a little stickier than Blue Tack is. So when
the black is tackier than the blue?
Yeah. It actually sticks a little better. Because sometimes when I was trying to do the light leak with Blue Tack, it wouldn't stick. And of course, it's not really meant to stick. So,
yeah, light leaks on an Enterprise. I mean, it's like when you're building, the Polar Lights one. It's very straightforward. You paint the inside of it black. You do all this, that. Once it's like a pre-built model, like dealing with light leaks is like way more fiddly, I would say. Like, it's already painted and it's built, and like you don't want to mess it up. And it's like, oh, I got to block these light leaks. It's kind of like the dashboard parts on the DeLorean. It's like, I didn't get every light leak, I'm close, but I didn't fix them 100%. Particularly the passenger side console with the plutonium gauge. It's not perfection.
No, I had to do a lot to get that to work.
Yeah.
Just put a little gold on that little bit there. And then this bit, that's going to get chrome.
It's just this is it. They're watching two semi-professional modelers just use paint pens like we're a bunch of 6-year-olds.
Steve says he's going to add a soundboard to the Ladder 9. He found some Ladder 9 radio chatter on YouTube. That would be perfect. And the control board, the remote control board that I have from Light My Bricks has an onboard sound player. So I'm actually going to do the same. Something very similar to that.
Oh, sweet.
So you can play the tracks with the remote, and you can have like the siren. You can have it starting, maybe just the engine running. Because there's a video of a guy on YouTube that found the truck as a reserve unit. And he walked all the way around and took a bunch of video of it while it was running. So I have sound of the actual truck running. So it might be kind of fun to play with that. What else do I want to do? Okay, so I need to look at this. Let's see what Francisco painted this part. I wasn't sure what he painted. Okay, so he painted.
Is the sound of my heat gun intrusive?
No.
Okay, just checking.
No, you're good.
If it was too loud, I'd switch it back to low gear. But I want these things to dry tonight.
Yeah, we got to see this thing.
Yeah, we got our X27 clear red. I had to buy so much clear red because when I did the Battleship Yamato in 3/50th scale, all of the red lower hull, I primed it first with pink, and then I did shadow coat with hull red, which is basically brown. And then I sprayed over that with regular XF7 flat red, but not fully. And then I went over all that with X27 clear red to get a really interesting kind of translucent effect.
Yeah.
I kept thinking I didn't have enough clear red, and I just kept buying it. But I did go through a lot of it, actually. I've got this giant jar and then the little guy, too. But we got plenty of clear red.
Steve, I was going to ask Steve, are you going to... what was I going to ask him? Something about the fire truck.
Oh, I'll be right back.
No, I don't remember. Well, if I remember, I'll ask.
Oh no!
Don't melt the parts.
3.5 was too hot. One of them melted. Oh, shite. Uh-oh.
What'd I tell you? Don't melt the parts.
Well, the paint's dry.
I bet.
I guess we got to remelt this.
Just melt it back.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's really bad. Okay.
Well, let's see it. I'll make you full screen. Let's see how you're supposed to do it. Yeah.
Does anyone have a spare issue 82? Oh my God. All right.
Well, hey, you're the one that said, "Hey, you know what? This is going to work really well if I just melt this."
You know what? No, I mean, listen. I usually dry on 3 to 3.5. I think I had the wheel closer to 4. So yeah, that's okay. We're going to 5. This is getting...
Hey, look who's here. Donnie.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, same old, same old.
Glad you can make it.
I've been watching. I just haven't been able to jump on yet.
I think if I just hold it in the other direction and let gravity take its course, it'll melt itself back.
Or melt the side that's good.
I need to get another battery, I think.
What are you working on, Todd?
I am painting the same parts for the right leg inside the right calf of the Iron Man.
Ah.
Another battery. All right.
All right, so then I need to chrome.
Okay. Another battery. It's full. Okay. Let's see here.
There we go. Chrome to the hydraulic ram on the back of the foot, so that looks pretty good. Somebody has a TV going really loud. You're going to get a copyright strike that way.
CD.
Oh dear.
Are you just making it worse?
Do you not have an 82, Todd?
I can check.
I'm on a roll tonight.
Couldn't just let them dry, could you? Let me see. Where's my? I gotta find my.
I had to be a jackass.
I do not have an 82.
Let's see here. Filter. Location. U.S. only. Show one result. Yep, there it is. Is this the same? This is the same guy. It's the same guy in Florida.
Ha!
Do you do combined shipping, partner?
So we've got to watch Ian spend $100 tonight.
Yep.
Jesus, I swear. I'm my own worst enemy. But the other ones are dry. Ish. They're dry, mostly. They didn't finish drying because the first one melted. Yeah, these are fine. Honestly, if I can't make one of these things out of some bits and pieces I have laying around, they're the same width. Nope, they're a little skinnier than a Sharpie marker. That would still be very, very crooked. Dear God. We'll see what we can do.
That's why you have to carefully dry parts with the heat gun.
Yeah, well, the heat gun, I had a good setting, and I accidentally fat fingered it. I went from a 3.5 to a 4 by accident, and that was just a little too much. Too loud. Oh. I was beer in the basement. It's the last one. But it is a school night, so. Okay, yeah, this isn't going my way.
He says, I kind of agree with Steve. Steve says just to 3D print it.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably the best route. Let me check Shapeways.
Do you have a 3D printer?
Not Shapeways. Yeah, I do actually. I have an SLA printer. Not an SLA. Filament, an FDM. Yeah. Thingiverse. Let me see. Eagle Moss DeLorean. What do they got? They got seats. They got the flux capacitor.
I know for a fact there's somebody on there that's got the caps because I almost bought them because they're rotated the right way with the bases.
So let's go. Oscilloscope heatsink. No, that's not what I'm looking for. They got the flux bands on Thingiverse that you can download for free. Hoverboards. I don't see the caps on there.
Who was I going to buy those from? Let me see if I can remember his name. 3D Dynamics, maybe?
Yeah, that takes forever, though. I mean, honestly, it's almost quicker and cheaper to get the factory parts from the guy on eBay than to order them from Shapeways, because, like, they're so slow.
They are slow, but you can get some good shit from them.
Yeah, you get some great stuff, but it's just slow. Place. Oh, 2 out of the 3 look fine. They're drying on 2.5 to play it extra safe.
Hey, like Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Plus capacitors. Yeah, here we go. Red capacitors plus elbows. Ralbart.
That's him.
On Shapeways. Yeah.
Yep.
I was looking at his stuff. Yeah, he wants $20. That's smooth fine detail print. $21.98 in smoothest plastic. Yeah, they're all angled the correct way, and they're plain and 3D printed, and he also has little Canon elbows, but I already have those. Yeah, it's just like if like you add to cart, and then you add the shipping, and then you add all the other crap, and if you do a expedite, it takes like 2 weeks to get the part.
Well, yeah, because they have to print them.
Yeah, priority will ship by November 9th. And then standard shipping, $10. Expedited 2 days, $20. And then 1 day is $25. So with priority manufacturing and expedited overnight shipping, we're at $51.88. to get 3 of these things. Honestly, I'm sort of thinking I might be able to just make a new one myself. Like, the top of it's okay, mostly. The bottom's oh, this is a complete pig's ear. This thing's done. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I want to see it. Oh, hang on. Let me go full screen here. Let me give you full access to the magic. Oh yeah.
All right, Ian doesn't break out the F-bombs first, but I fucked up royally here.
No, you bucked up.
I melted. Yeah, I bucked up. I completely.
That must be one of those Japanese capacitors that swells up when it gets old.
Yeah, that was a Dell Optiplex capacitor. I think Todd might get that one.
Wow.
Yeah, this looks like. I mean, even if we put it in its normally pinned location, I don't think that's going to pass muster. No, that looks. That is completely sad. Oh my god. Here, let's mount her on there. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't even fit. Oh, there we go. It's swollen from so much time travel.
You know, I would give you a little pass if it was like an accident and something terrible happened. But this. No,
I completely just. I was just ignoring the heat gun, even though it was on a lower setting. It wasn't on the low enough setting. God. All right. Well, either way, we are going to finish painting our other 2 capacitors. You can see what the final results will be like with the clear yellow. I mean, the clear red. And I guess this M Central is getting another. More of my money. That's great. Just checking here. Does anyone else have issue 82 before I place my order?
I don't have any of them.
All right. Issue 82. This is ridiculous. Well, at least he could ship them both at the same time. He might refund me like part of the shipping though here, which would be nice. That would be nice if we refund.
Hey, I bought another pack from you. Can you combine the shipping?
Yeah, I will. I'm definitely going to do that. Totally going to absolutely send him a quick note. Not that I really care about the $9. That's not the problem here. It's just making up for my own stupidity. You know, nothing costs me more money in life than my own poor decisions.
I know how that goes.
Hey, you ever get your first home and you regret buying it after 5 years of living in it? And you're like, wow, this was a bad idea. We should have gotten something different. Yeah, well, you know, at least this is only $50 instead of hundreds of thousands of dollars of mistake that you live in.
That is true.
We're in our second home, and I said, I'm not going to make the same mistakes as the first home. Well, I didn't make those mistakes. I made all new mistakes, and I need a third home now. So once interest rates come back down, yeah, we'll fix that problem too with more money. Yeah, exactly, Donnie. Okay, take me off the big screen. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to be in the limelight here anymore.
He said FDM and use the acetone to make it smooth.
Oh my god. Yeah, I couldn't find a quick FDM file for it. I'm sure one exists somewhere. But we'll just. Oh my god, this guy in Florida already shipped the first one I ordered.
You're kidding.
How's that possible?
That's okay. He's up late and he packed it already and printed a label, so eBay marked it shipped.
Right.
Well, send him an order real quick and he'll open the box and send it to you in the same box.
Well, I sent him the order and I'll send him a note. But why is this not showing up in my shipped purchases? Now it's... Why is it not showing? Oh my god. M Central. This guy has a lot... Oh, he doesn't have that many issues, does he?
You're going to end up getting a box of rocks.
No. Oh, don't be mean. I messed up. Be nice to me.
Okay. You're the sweetest man I've ever met.
No, it's okay. I'm an idiot. I'm a complete screw up. We all know it. It's half the reason you wanted me on this channel is so be somebody else to take the fall.
To make us look good.
Exactly. Why is... Why is that not showing? I purchased it. Why am I not getting a... 7:18 p.m. Facebook. Order confirmed. Issue 78.
Should have sent
that's
you an
confirmed.
email already.
Yeah, it didn't send me nothing. I don't know if the order didn't go through or not. I don't think it went through. Eagle Most DeLorean 82. Yeah, it's right there. It didn't take the order. Buy it now. We're sorry, this item is out of stock. Did I not buy? Oh my god. Sorry, but this item is out of stock. I don't know if it's still processing. Something's taking...
Is it out of stock
while.
because you ordered it? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty sure, but it didn't hit my account yet. Let me check my PayPal and see if that transaction went through. This is getting weird. Okay. Activity.
oh, good.
Okay.
So what do we got?
Oh, it says
Model Hobbyist?
authorization in progress.
Oh, okay. Model Hobbyist, good evening all. I've been extra busy today. Remodeled the hobby room by moving things around. I don't have my cameras up yet, but I did order even more resin. Well, Thomas, resin is the best part. JJ Dawes says hi. Hello, JJ. He now has 9 kilograms. Oh, my God. 1 clear, 3 gray, 5 black, all water washable, so you can print a ton. Yes. Do you know I have the same resin in the same water washable resin in my printer that's been in there for like 3 months, and it still prints perfectly fine. I just keep the lid on it. I think that is all the detail I'm going to add to that. I think that matches this leg. So this leg, which I did all this detail inside here already, adding all the extra color and everything. So that's already done. Tuck that wire in there. So I think all these parts, I'll just let them dry for a while.
You know, I'm ordering all this crap from eBay. I might as well just order some damn Alclad, whatever.
Chrome
Someone
paint.
likes my post.
No one's
Yeah.
paying
Have you
attention.
seen?
I'm
Have
paying
you seen
attention.
the Duralumin?
Duralumin.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to chat, Thomas.
There's a chat?
Yeah. That was a question my wife was asking me. Which question? I don't see a question.
I need
Oh,
those
yeah.
clips.
I'm sure you're talking about these. These are cross-link tweezers, and I have a whole pile of them that I bought in a huge set because they are perfect for holding parts while I'm painting.
I use them for soldering.
And soldering. Well, the ones with cages, like this one here, I use for soldering.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yep. Yeah, they're great. What you said about how long the resin? Oh yeah. Yeah, no, the resin is still sitting in my printer, and I haven't used it for 2 months. And I could print something right now to be fine. I just keep the lid on it, the cover on the because I have a Photon 4K.
I gotta order one of those. Not tonight. I've already spent enough money, but.
And you know what? I actually turned the thickness, the layer thickness down, because I think it was printing at like a 0.01, and I went to like a 0.03, and you can barely tell the difference, and it prints so much faster. They're super cool, and I need some of those for sure. Yeah, they're not very expensive. I get them on Amazon. You can buy a whole set of different shapes, and you know, it has different tips. So all the tips are different shapes and sizes, but I just buy like a set of 7 for like $12.
Okay.
Oh, your 4K? It's
okay,
good fun.
it's showing up in my purchase history now.
Well, good.
Wait. Issue 31. No.
31.
Hold on.
What did you do?
No, I didn't buy that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there they go. They're both there now.
Should you start opening all your packages and make sure you have all the parts you're supposed to have?
Everything? It's a lot of packages, man.
Well, you want to run into this problem again?
Oh, no. This is what makes my channel fun, is me running into problems. Everyone loves watching a train wreck on YouTube, though. Like, you ever watch Hoovie's Garage? He opens his show.
Yes.
Hello, and
I
welcome
love
to
Hoovie's
the
Garage.
dumbest automotive channel on YouTube, where I buy the cheapest of whatever car and then get completely butt raped at the mechanic, fixing all the problems because I bought the cheapest one in the country. Like, come on, man. Be like
I
Hoovie.
love Hoovie's Garage.
Hoovie's the man. Hoovie.
Have you watched the little show that him and the other 2 guys make, Car Trek?
Yes, Car Trek is very good also with Tavares and Ed Bolian. Ed Bolian is an Atlanta local. I have yet to run into him. I got to try to bump into him at Caffeine and Octane, which is kind of like a Cars and Coffee thing. It happens monthly in Atlanta. I think it's done for the season. You know, it starts back up in the spring. But yeah, Ed Bolian and Tavares, Freddie Tavares. Tavares is down in Florida. Bolian's in Atlanta. And then you got Tavares' sidekick, Wrench Every Day. What's his name? He's in Atlanta also. Well, not in Atlanta. He's in Georgia, but he's like within 45 minutes of the city. Okay, so my purchase was confirmed for that Stage 82. My clear coat is drying. And if these come out like shite, I'm ordering some all-clad lacquer from Amazon right now. Let's see if I can find it.
Well, I was saying about the Duralumin. I ordered some. I haven't tried it yet. But supposedly it's perfectly handleable after it dries. You know, it's not still
all-clad
delicate.
Chrome. Is there anything on Prime?
I was going to tell you, Thomas, you know, I don't know what you're going to use for slicing when you have your files. I use Cheetah Box, and it works really well. I mean, the trickiest part is, because you're printing upside down with resin, is that having enough supports. Finding that happy balance between too many supports and not enough supports. Because I've ruined most of my, every time I've ever ruined a print, it's because some support doesn't hold the print, and it breaks, and it pulls the whole thing sideways.
But Donnie, I don't want Duralumin. I don't want aluminum finish. I want proper chrome.
No, this shit looks like chrome.
Do you have an example?
I just ordered it. I haven't got it yet. I haven't actually tried it. Let me see if I can find a picture.
So what do I Google for that?
Duralumin.
Okay, well, here's our non-melted.
Oh wait, hang on. I want to see this. Since now you have to order the parts
Non-melted.
anyway. Now you have tested parts.
Yeah, I'll have a test part here. So we're gonna get this guy going. Some clear red. Get some clear red here. Break out a good old MedWorks airbrush. Now this was like $55, and it's actually a really good airbrush. It's like a really much nicer version of a master airbrush, and it has a travel stop, so you can lock down the travel. It's quite nice.
There's not a way to share a screen in StreamYards, is there?
Yeah, there is. There's a button right at the bottom.
Yeah, there is.
It says present.
Just like Zoom and Teams, man. Hey, Donnie, you know what Zoom and Teams is?
I've heard of it. I've never used it.
Where do you work?
Yeah, I haven't used Lychee, but Cheeto just keeps getting better and better, so that's why I keep leaving it. I keep using it. They keep updating it with new printer profiles and. Okay. Some screws. What is that? What are you doing?
That's the Duralumin.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, okay. That looks pretty good. What brand is that?
It's just called Duralumin.
So shiny, so chrome. Duralumin chrome paint. Okay. Will that get here before like Wednesday?
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what? I'm gonna call Hobbytown. I have two Hobby Towns within 45 minutes of me. One of which is the biggest hobby town in the United States of America.
Still waiting for the tour.
Yeah, I got to do the tour. I'm gonna see if they'll let me do that. Okay, we got the clear red on here. I may need to shut off this giant. Hold on, let me turn off this crazy overhead light. What do you think?
Hang on, let's see it.
That looks pretty good.
Well, it's already better than it was. At least it's the right color.
Yeah. I think I need to use a proper spray chrome underneath, not the pen. It's a little blotchy, the chrome.
You know, I used this. Here, let me blow
Well, I
that
can't
up.
see what you're using.
No, I'm getting there. Give me a second. Surprisingly enough, I used this, and it works pretty damn good.
Model Air Chrome? Okay.
Yeah, Model Air Chrome.
Well, listen, I'm just going to run over to Hobbytown because I guarantee you, Hobbytown in Kennesaw, the biggest hobby town in the country, I guarantee you they have at least 2 or 3 chrome paints in stock. I don't know which ones they have, but I know they have them.
Do you have some kind of sponsorship deal with them?
No, they're just the most amazing hobby town. I used to hate Hobbytown when I lived in Jersey. They were complete shit.
You sound like you're shilling Hobbytown, the biggest hobby store in the world.
Well, no, the Kennesaw one is awesome because I love the employees there. They're really nice guys. They're all like avid modelers. So like they have the knowledge of like a mom and pop hobby shop. You know, and they take the time. And honestly, they take so much time, you kind of want them to stop talking to you sometimes because like I need to go home now and work on my model, but you won't shut up. Like they're that helpful. They're so helpful. You want them to stop helping.
Please stop helping now.
Thomas says he has a Hobby Lobby 4 miles from my house, but it sucks. The same stuff. Oh yeah. Hobby
Lobby's garbage.
Yeah, and they like modeling is like a.
There's another one.
for them, it feels like modeling is just, well, God, I guess we gotta have models because it's always like half an aisle. It's crap.
Yeah.
I think they look at modeling like, well, you know, we might sell some of these and make a little more money, so throw them in there.
Yeah. Yeah, Hobby Lobby's, I mean, it's fine. You know, if you need, like, if you just want, like, a basic Gundam kit for 40% off, they're good for that. Or, like, a really garbage version of the Enterprise.
They feel like an overstock. Like, they just have whatever's left over from a sale at a real place.
Yeah, they're like a really well-organized, clean Ollies. Yeah,
they have Bandai kits.
Yeah, they do have some Bandai. They have some Star Wars and some Gundam, and you know,
and they have Transformers.
Yes, they do. They do have some Transformers, but like you know,
that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like to build car models, Hobby Lobby's okay.
Yeah, they got that, and they got really overpriced airbrushes.
Shit, our Hobby Lobby barely even has any airbrushes anymore.
Well, in Georgia, man, I don't know. Hobby Lobbies are like a big deal in Georgia. Like, all our Hobby Lobbies, they're like the size of a small Costco. It's kind of insane.
No, they're huge.
Our Hobby Lobby's big. It just doesn't have anything I give a crap about.
It always just feels like they're full of stuff that's secondhand. I don't know. And Thomas agrees.
There's that.
Thomas, right, if you're asking about the clips, if you're asking about these, they're called cross-lock tweezers or soldering tweezers. You can get just basic ones. These have wood handles. They're meant for soldering, so it doesn't get hot. But they come in all sorts of different flavors.
And they work really good.
And they work fantastic.
All right. Well. Hey, should we play taps for this guy? Because, well,
it kind of looks like when you maybe put 24 volts through a 5-volt capacitor is what it looks like it's about to go.
It looks like I put 24,000 volts through a 5-volt capacitor. That thing is completely
cooked up.
Hey, that's gotta go on your next stream when we put the video together for the next part.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. I'm totally gonna just completely out myself as a total moron because honestly, the viewers like it. Like, yeah, I was an idiot. The heat gun wasn't quite where I thought it was on the settings, and that's what we ended up with. Okay, well, I'm gonna do at least the hockey pucks. We've got those. We've got the lovely Darren Gurney hockey pucks, pre-painted.
Are you going to try to mod those?
No. Not going to try to screw them up. Now I got to find my reference photo. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I spent $100 damn on eBay rescue parts. Okay, so one puck goes straight. One puck is forward. And one puck is sideways. Okay. Oh, dear. Okay, AP screws. Here we come. Wish me luck. I don't completely booger this up, too.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, you found him, Thomas? Good. Excellent.
What did Thomas find? Did he find his toes?
Yeah, the cross-lock tweezers.
They were in. Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, I had, before I started using the cross-lock tweezers, I used this, right? And this was just a bunch of bamboo, skewers that I broke the tips off of and then stuck little clips on the end, right? I think that's what you're using, Ian.
Yeah.
I just bought a bunch
I have the ones with the metal. the metal
Yeah.
skewers underneath them.
Yeah, this is just bamboo sticks with clips clipped to the end of them, and then this is a cat toy, like a scratch pad, and you can poke them down through the plastic. I didn't even unwrap it, and I would paint right on this because it was nice. It's like just a cat scratch toy. It's cardboard. These are 3D printed parts I made for my Photon. This is for the Enterprise. That's what I used until I got to the cross locks, but I love the cross locks.
Okay, we're gluing these down. Clearly, these are not.
And I'll paint them. I'll paint the damn cross locks. This was when I was painting the winches on the Titanic. I just paint them green. Just paint the cross lock and everything. I don't care.
Well, you could just dip those in acetone and they'll clean everything right off.
Yep.
I mean, acetone will clean off plastic.
Yes,
It'll
it will.
melt parts. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Oh, God. Yeah, not on this model, but one time I was like, oh, I got to get this off of here real quick. This paint, no, wrong color. And I put acetone on it, and I had no more part because I let it sit in a soda cap for like 10 minutes, and it vanished. The part never to be seen again. And then my beautiful blue cutting mat here from Andy's Hobby headquarters. I bought it in person when I visited the shop. And, yeah, I got some paint on it. And instead of going for the Mr. Hobby color thinner or the Tamiya thinner, I went straight for acetone. And I wiped all the white lines off my cutting mat.
I've done that.
Like a boss. Like a damn boss. I mean, there's dumb and then there's me. So these little 3D printed bits have like a screw boss and a hole, but it's no bueno. I'm just gluing these on.
I've done that. I have ruined many a mat that way.
Yeah. Both my cutting mats are basically ruined. But the other one, the blue one had sentimental value because, like, it was the first time I got to meet, one of my YouTube celebrity people I followed. Because Andy, honestly, watching his videos taught me so much about, painting, about airbrushing and model building in general that I was a rattle can painter before that, for the most part. And then I started watching his stuff, and I'm like, wow, okay, I think I can do this. And I bought an airbrush, and I think I had an airbrush before, but that experiment was a failure. But yeah, so it was very fun to meet him. He was very gracious, took the time out of his day. He's still running a hobby shop there, for Christ's sake. It's not like he's just sitting around waiting for people to show up that watch him on YouTube.
Super nice guy, though.
So nice. I mean, honestly, even nicer than the guys at Hobbytown, Kennesaw. I'll chauffeur whoever's.
I swear they must be paying you under the table.
Whoever doesn't tell me to go F myself when I show up, I'll chauffeur them. That's it. I appreciate customer service, so it's a lost art these days. When a hobby shop has a self-checkout, the world's coming to an end shortly.
They must accept a certain amount of loss by saying, hey, we're saving money by not paying for a cashier, but we're losing more because people aren't honest about what they're putting in their bags. They must think that's just an acceptable loss.
They're pretty good at watching people, I think. I mean, I did self-checkout tonight at the supermarket, and I felt the eyes on me. They saw me. They were like, oh, there's no beer? Something's going on. He looks fishy. Speaking of beer, I think I have some Budweisers upstairs.
Calling your name?
Okay. Yeah, like, come drink me. These hockey pucks are nice.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I just use Sharpie on mine because Darren wasn't making those parts yet. So I didn't want to really get the shapeways, and so.
Well, these are FDMs too. Like, look at the back of them. he printed these on a filament printer, and they look damn nice. Like, he finished them well. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you were a trailblazer, so you didn't get access to every single little bell and whistle.
Nope.
So my DeLorean's going to be better than yours when I'm done?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, never meet your heroes.
Well, I mean, you're building it way out there. If it weren't for me... No, I'm just kidding.
The magic's gone, Todd. Let's see here.
You would never got this far. What are you talking about?
Are you kidding? Yeah, I'd have like 75 broken things already. Wasn't for, you know, the website named after me.
You're internet famous now.
I know. I got my 5 minutes coming. Well, until the registration expires in 11.75 months.
That's right. Then you're dead to me.
There we go. And the rest of the world. Okay. All right. Pucks are on. In the correct orientation. Out, back, and forward to an angle.
See, those look really good. Yeah.
Yeah. They're nice. They're convincing. You know, especially if you've, like, you know, been to the Peterson.
Of course, it's just one of those details that you, me, and the wall know about, but most of the people that work at it, they're not going to be, like, giving you hell because your pucks are the wrong angle.
Yeah, I just, these capacitors, oh, man. Well, the experiment came out pretty well.
Well, they look a hell of a lot better. Hang on. Let me make you big so I can see too. Give me 1 second. I know it's the camera. They look a little orange to me, but that's just. Oh no, on the other screen, those are way better.
Yeah.
What do you think about another light coat of clear red? Make it a little deeper. What are you thinking?
No, I would do a gloss clear over this. They need a little more time to dry. You know, that to me, the clear colors take a long time to set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would venture to guess. Yeah, here's the other one. Yeah, it needs a gloss clear, which we could. Oh, that's my dull coat. Where's my gloss clear? I'm gonna throw a little gloss on one of these. See how they look.
Oh, at least you have a whole set of tests with now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, joy. Okay. FML. All right. What else do we get to put on here? Nothing, because we've screwed up. And then we got this thing. Oh, this is atrocious. These little pipes. That is way too long.
No, that's why I replaced them with the braiding. Yeah, I cut them shorter and put braiding on it.
Well, I got what do I got here? This is the Darren Gurney replacement for that.
Oh, there you go.
So that's got the braiding and the heat shrink and the gold paint and that should do.
The colored tape. There you go.
Yeah, that lines up okay. That'll be about the right length. The interior hose, I actually ended up modding the Eagle Moss hose because the one he sent me, he made it about a 1/4 inch too short, and there was no way I could make it glue down to that silver plate where the fire extinguisher was.
Oh, yeah.
So he made it too short. I'm sure it was an accident, but I couldn't use it.
Did you have Mike Lane's little red ball? His little bailout bottle ball?
Yes.
Nice.
I've got the bailout ball. Yep. That's in there. Keeps the driver's seat from leaning all the way back.
That's okay. Michael J. Fox was super short anyway.
Yeah, he didn't need much leg room. Okay. Well, we're not doing all the screws and the wires, clearly, because we effed up. That's not happening. That's not happening. I guess this stuff and that. Okay. Yeah, we could start on the other side of the deck and hopefully not completely destroy that.
There you
Let me
go.
go get 83 out. Yeah, I'll get 83 out.
It's okay. You get to try it all over again because the blue capacitors are on the other side.
Yeah, the blue. Yeah, but they look okay, I think. I didn't get good shots of the other side of the car. Oh, wait. Yeah, I got one.
I have a bunch if you need them.
I did get a couple shots.
Yeah, same
Right
thing.
there.
Chrome them, clear blue.
Yeah, but they have black tops.
Yeah, are you going to do the black tops?
Yeah, the tops are black.
You can hand paint that when you're done, though.
Yeah. Well, let's see what I'm working with first and see how horrible they are. Because these are all on the outside. So these I'm going to put the extra effort in. And I'm not going to leave the heat gun too hot. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Visual inventory first. Got all the extra cardboard waste. Let's see here.
Yay,
We've
Japan.
got 3 tubes. Now the coiled wires are red. They should be orange. So that's a problem. And then the blue caps are much lighter blue than these. But you know what? I think they're okay enough. I think I might leave them. Blue is blue.
You don't feel like melting them down too?
Well, no, they're kind of a teal blue. I don't think to me a clear blue would be different enough to justify all the work.
No,
Like,
I mean
it's not
those
gonna-
ones, that side looks way better than the original, than the left side.
Yeah, they're not like blatantly obvious that they picked the wrong damn color. Okay, let's get you guys carefully out of here.
I specifically wanted
These
to put these
things.
in reverse, and I totally put them in the same way. Whoops.
Okay, tubes, green things, chrome screws. Okay.
Oh!
Those are out. We've got all of those parts. We've got that. What'd you do wrong now?
I don't know. I had parts. I wanted to put these in reverse because this is the other leg, so I was going to reverse the colors. Except, you know, I'm apparently colorblind.
Oh my God, these are red. They're not orange.
Oh yeah, don't fiddle about that. It's not worth trying to make those wires over again.
I'm not making them over. I'm just saying they should be orange. Why can't we make them orange? Is that even possible?
Nothing's impossible.
Well, if we mask off, oh, okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
What?
Go ahead. Nothing. Don't worry about me.
Just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud. There we go. All right. Untangle all of these. Yeah, I mean, if we mask off the little metal contacts, we can just spray these coils orange.
You should do that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
There we go.
Yeah.
So there's
There we
there's all the extra paint work and color details, and there, I'll go big. add a bunch more color back here, just to make it a little more interesting. The back of the leg. It's funny because Eric said he was gonna. Eric says we're rocking it out, but Eric said he was gonna come on at 8 o'clock, which was an hour ago. I don't know what he's doing.
Eric's a dirty liar. Clearly. There we go. Got our wire on the clippy stick. Stupid red. What is wrong with these people? You know what? Well, they took pictures of that, what's his name's replica, not the A car, right?
That's correct.
Maybe that guy had red wires.
You know what? I don't know.
Like, it's in the realm of possibilities.
Very possible.
You know, that would make sense because, you know, they do have access to orange wire as shown by other parts in this kit having orange wire. Like, there's some orange somewhere in... Yeah, there's orange. There's orange in this little bundle. Or no. No, that's red and yellow. Is there orange anywhere? Oh, they don't. Maybe they didn't have any orange cable. And they're like, yeah, just use red. It's fine. No one will notice. Except all of the nerds. All right. Just going to keep putting my orange wires on clippy sticks. Honestly, I don't even know how I have to mask them. I could just chrome paint the metal contact when I'm done, but whatever. Masking actually may be a bad move. Because then I have to pull the masking off.
Yeah, try not to break the ends off the wires.
That might uncoil the wire. I'm concerned now. Well, I've already masked 2. And hell, I could just order an 83 for another $50 on eBay. The guy in Florida is going to have his retirement fund refilled by me after his 401k tanked. Customer of the year. He's going to send me a cupcake. So here we go. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. Have to clean my airbrush again on a Sunday night. What time is it? Oh, 9:50. Oh, boy. I might have to skedaddle in the next hour or so here. All right. Orange. Orange, you glad I'm here? Oh, dear. My apologies to all of YouTube for that one.
You're just full of dad jokes today.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's the light beer doing it. If we had some good IPAs down here, you'd hear some humdingers. I'd also be in the bathroom for the first 2 hours tomorrow morning. There we go. All right. Paint. Do I have any more orange? Oh, my God. 3 jars? I have a lot of orange paint. Okay. Don't need to worry about running out of orange. Let's... Oh, come on. Airbrush hose is tangled. Break out the Tamiya. Ooh. This is a nice airbrush. It's a 0.2 nozzle with a travel stop on it as well. Could use a lubing, probably. Oh, there's a text message. What is that? If it's the wife, I'm in trouble. But it's not. Oh. Voucher. Message. Oprah is doing her biggest giveaway. Voucher number. Yeah. Okay. We know that's spam. Why do I have 0 spring resistance? I have nothing. I think my Tamiya airbrush needs to go into the ultrasonic parts cleaner. Something is awry. Yeah. We're not using this Tamiya tonight. I did a lot of painting with that, and it needs an ultrasonic bath. Did you wake up now?
What's that?
Oh, maybe it's working.
Thomas says,
it's a little gummed up.
Aren't you going to paint things yet? I agree. Let's go.
Okay.
Thomas is taking off.
Okay.
See you later, Thomas.
She's
Thanks for
cleaned
coming.
up. Later, Thomas. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Who let you in?
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no. Eric's here? God, help us.
Yeah. You know, I had to step in because Ian's like dad jokes were just like tanking. So, you know, somebody had to come in and save the day.
Save the day. What? Yours are even worse.
What? What? Really? What?
Who? Who's dad jokes?
I'll make Buck smack you so hard.
Okay.
Buck?
Okay, look. We have orange wire now.
See, don't you feel better?
I do. I feel so much better.
Aren't you happy you're using that color?
Oh, but
talk about the dad jokes,
right?
I'm not even a dad. I don't even qualify.
Yeah, you know what? You need to fix
I don't
that.
have kids.
You know
I
what?
don't either. I have
Todd,
models.
you need to fix that. Okay, now there's 2 people that need to fix that. Come on now, guys.
I mean, I have 2 English bulldogs and a cat. I think
No.
I qualify as
No. You guys got to start
having enough
repopulating the
responsibility.
planet.
Boy, you have the worst ideas, Eric.
Start procreating, man. Come on.
You know
No
what,
such-
Eric? When I think about you having kids, I can only have flashbacks from the movie Idiocracy.
That's unfortunate because I got 5.
Oh God. Yeah, Jim Bob was prolific. Okay,
No.
yeah, these wires really needed to be painted orange.
We like to call it, Ian, we like to call that friendly. That's all. Now, mind you, I come from a household of 9. So my dad was also friendly. And not all of them were regular. There was like, I think 4 of them are half.
He had half kids? How do you have half kids?
Yep. Well, apparently it only takes 1. So, you know, who knew?
Who wants to see the before and after? Somebody got to big me, but Todd's too busy taking photos.
No. We should make Eric do it, but Eric's probably on his phone.
I am on my phone. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that looks really good.
That's right.
That's the difference between the 2?
Yeah.
Or do you paint them both?
No, I painted the one here with the X6 orange. The other one's the stock out of the box red from Eagle Moss.
No, it looks good.
Were you trying to hit the orange? Like there wasn't orange wires or something?
There's a little.
Well, on the A car, the orange wire, the wires coming off the blue capacitors on the passenger side were orange, but on the parts they're red that they sent us. So
yeah, Thomas, I'm just popping in for a little while.
No, I was gonna say, Ian, is that the wires have to be stretched out a little bit. So I don't know if you want to do that now. So you paint in between. You don't see any red when you expand the wires.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
You know, he can always use a single hair brush and just hand paint it. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's easy.
No, I'll stretch them out. About that much?
A little bit more. Look at the picture. You'll see how much they're stretched out. You got an idea.
I don't want. I just want to be spoon fed here. Let me.
Well.
Let's see.
God.
Let me look at your website.
The wrong side of my DeLorean is facing me, so you're on your own.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll look at the next best thing. This pedantic psycho's website.
See, we should have a sign, man. Don't drink and model. Friends save friends. Okay.
I couldn't model without the beer, though. That's a problem.
You couldn't?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Not
well.
like I don't need to be inebriated. I'm just saying, like a nice light beer. Okay.
Well, like a
see.
5 ml drip from an IV bag that might work. Just kind of a
That
slow
would work.
pace yourself. It never worked back in my drinking days. Back in my drinking days, the pacing was like, okay, we're done the 12-pack. Well, it's only been 30 minutes. We need another one.
Oh yeah, no, nothing like that. Okay, I stretched them out a little bit. I'm looking at your website, Todd, and these are plenty stretched out.
Yeah, I was just saying,
point,
just stretch them a little so you can get paint in between the coils. That's all you need.
Todd,
Yeah.
when did you do what year did you do that in? Did you do it as soon as they came out, like 2017, 18? Did you make the DeLorean then?
1 second, I'm just gonna read Thomas here. He probably already left by now. Says, "Have a good one, everybody. I'll be on next time when he get his cameras lined up." And he moved his hobby room around today, so he'll hopefully have his cameras by then next time.
Nice.
It came to the U.S. It was in 2018. And I could not afford it until 2019, so I didn't start it until 2019.
So that's when you made the website, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is one thing. This is one thing that I keep forgetting to ask, but it's just a curiosity thing. Now with these large patchwork models, right? Nothing gets improved. Like say plastic models. You got repops, you got, well, this detail was added, this detail was taken away. With these patchwork models, nothing ever changes, right?
No, they make updates to them. Like they had to change the automatic transmission to a manual.
So a newer version of the DeLorean is different than the original version of the DeLorean patchwork.
Only very slightly, not the major
yeah.
components.
Not with the DeLorean. The DeLorean was fairly simple.
Yeah, like they updated like a couple things you don't really see for the most part, right? I mean, other than the transmission, which you only see if you have it flipped upside down. I mean, I don't even. Nothing exterior major has been changed.
Most people would never ever see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Nor would they know the difference. I mean, they'll see the stick on the inside, and that's good enough.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
it was just a curiosity, because I know regular scale models, they change stuff all the time. They update, they upgrade.
Yeah, that they do. These part works, they don't really need to fix anything. We're just going to buy it and deal with it anyway most of the time. So,
well, like the Ecto, I'm just curious. Are they going to revamp and rework it the next time the company picks it up?
Well,
definitely not.
Is PCT going to redo the Ecto because Eaglemoss dropped the ball?
Right.
No,
like are there inaccuracies that they're like, hey, you know what? We can improve on this.
Absolutely not. Not gonna
No
happen.
way.
No way. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, that would never happen.
That would never happen. All right.
They didn't even finish making the original parts.
Well, isn't
Like,
that the
are they
same
gonna
with the
add
Eleanor?
strobe lights?
Like the Eleanor was never completed. Like nobody has a completed Eleanor.
So Russia came very close.
Right, but it's still not completed. They still didn't get the end result.
I don't think they got like the last 2 packs or something.
Okay.
Like right before Eaglemoss died, they put the last videos up of the last pieces going together.
I looked tonight actually on eBay to see if I could find. Is there any packs for Eleanor beyond? I think what was it, 34 or 38? I can't remember what I think it's 34, right? That I have
the last one I got in the U.S. I think was 58.
Right. No, the one you sent me.
You only got through 38 because I
38.
started doing my Eleanor before I got the Eagle Moss one, and I sent you the Eagle Moss one.
And the highest number pack that I could find on eBay was like 20.
Yeah,
like pack 20.
Are you gonna paint those?
Paint what? These?
Those. Yeah. The Atom mufflers.
Why? Aren't they pre-colored?
No, they came in silver, and they're supposed to be like a hot rusted color.
Oh, the book looks like it's yellow.
Well, they use yellow to tell you which parts to use.
Oh, the highlight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just highlighted.
Yeah, and Ian, those I agree with you wholeheartedly about those Japanese books being completely weird, because every time you put one and you finger through it, just like you were like Fast and Furious picks thrown in and this and that, and I'm like, wow. Nothing.
They're a little weird.
And now I
don't even have all the Eagle Moss books.
Now I'm starting to say Japan, thanks to you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
It's the proper way to pronounce the country.
Japan.
Well, I don't know if you watch tool reviews, but there's a guy in Canada named his channel's AVE. And that's where he says the Japan, because I mean I like my tools like I like my adult internet content. Japanese. There you go. Bronze, huh?
Wasn't that
Brass.
Dude, that freaked me the hell out early on in the stream, and then all of a sudden some weird I look up and some like weird shit's happening, and I'm like, what in the hell is that?
You know what?
Before none of us were expecting that to happen.
You know what? I kind of was.
Well, then you're a sicko. You are a sick puppy.
No, I at this point, we need to make sure we got to kind of, before we add a complete stranger to the streams, because you know we keep saying, oh, just click the link and join our stream, blah blah blah. Who doesn't matter who you are, blah blah blah. I think we need to do at least a slight vetting.
We need to do a sniff test on them.
A little sniff, like what are you building, and we don't see what you're building, and if they don't have a model or something going on their desk in front of them, they don't get in.
Now, I'm under the impression that with StreamYards that you can that they can't actually join until somebody clicks to add them, right?
Yeah, but he was sitting in the backstage. Like he joined and he had his name down there and he was sitting in the backstage, but it was just a picture of his face. Like he didn't have a desk with anything going on. And that's why I asked him, like, should we let this dude in? And then I was waiting for him to say something. And then he said something in chat. And I'm like, okay, so maybe it's a real person. But you know what? That's just somebody being. And then he tried to get all his little bot friends to join the chat, and I just banned them all.
How many?
I banned like 4 people, 4 different accounts.
Good Lord Almighty!
Hey, I appreciate the attention. I think it's great that we're popular enough to have somebody in India trying to screw with us and think that they're the funniest person on the planet. That's all. It's all good.
Once one chocolate-covered penis shows up, they all come in for the party.
Hey, whatever. I can see YouTube coming along and just deleting this whole stream, so that's all right.
Well, that's what I was fearing too, and I was like, well, depending on how long the stream is, maybe I was thinking after it happened, I was like, okay, so I don't know how YouTube would handle that because that was kind of out of our control to some extent. I mean, it's not like we knew.
They can take down the whole thing. They can edit out a part of the stream. I'm sure. I don't know if we can edit the stream, but I'm pretty sure they can. They can go in and just cut that chunk out. That's fine.
If I had like a monster connection, I could probably download the stream, edit that section out, and then re-upload it.
Yeah.
but that's, I mean, we're already 3 hours. I mean, you guys are already 3 hours and 22 minutes. So
Yeah.
that's a big file to delete like 10 seconds.
No, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And if you know what, if they delete this stream because of it, then that's the way it goes. I mean, what are we going to do?
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't something we did on purpose. I mean, it's
No, it wasn't. Exactly.
If anything, you know, but I did turn on authentication. So basically, before with StreamYard, you didn't even have to have a YouTube account or a Facebook account to even jump on our streams, apparently. So what I did is it says, hey, when you're going to ban this person from your studio, do you want to turn on that authentication? I said, sure. Yeah, that way they have to have a YouTube account or they have to have a Facebook account or they can't join. That's fine by me.
Yep. That same.
Yeah, well, I turned off monetization on the simulcast feeds of my channel because I don't want to take the hit for that. Or for all of Buck's F-bombs. So back to actual modeling, you use the bronze paint pen, and this is the closest thing I have to that from Model Air, but it's actually copper.
No, copper's fine.
I think it'll
No,
be
copper's
fine.
fine. Yep.
That's a nice color.
Yeah,
no,
it's okay.
Yeah, I use the bronze Sharpie pen for copper. Every time a model calls for copper and it's just like a copper bolt or something, I always use that bronze pen. It looks just like copper anyway.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, well, these got to dry. I'm not going to try to heat gun them too much. My orange wires came out fantastic. Look at that.
That looks
Pumpkin.
really good.
Those are great.
Pumpkin orange right there, buddy.
Yeah, they're nice. They're not bad at all. But I mean, it's much closer to the A car at the Peterson with the orange on them. I'm gonna let those dry naturally. I might sprinkle a little bit of semi-gloss clear on them after a while. But I think I've got to head out of here. It's 10 o'clock at night. I got work in the morning. I got to be up early.
Well, you know what? I'm on my last, taking my last pictures right now.
Yep. So there we go. There's what's the progress on the DeLorean. We are now waiting for 2 stages of parts to come in from eBay, one of which was missing a part, and the other one I completely destroyed with a heat gun like a complete moron. That was one of the pink capacitors, and now it is a floppy Dr. Seuss cat hat.
Let's see that. Let's see that one more time.
Chrome pen.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like the cat in the hat. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's bad. This
my
thing
God.
is stupider looking than Buck's goofy hat.
Oh my God, dude. I didn't realize you damaged it that bad.
Well, this was, yeah. It went from this to this. It's not only crooked, it's shrunken, it's deformed, it's completely mutilated beyond recognizing.
Hey, but you know what? By doing that, you got yourself 3 chances to work on your perfecting the red color. So,
oh my God, yeah, I gotta get my I gotta run up to Hobby Town, I guess, and get some chrome paint.
I'm gonna take my little.
We'll be back.
All right, buddy. We'll catch you
All right,
later.
man. Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Fun as
Have
always.
a good one, man.
I'm gonna put
Thanks,
my
you too,
screws
man.
away.
Great stream, guys.
What?
I said great stream, guys.
Yeah, I'm putting my screws away, and then I'm going to go too. And he just bailed. This is you and me, Donnie, and you're muted. I wonder if Donnie was talking this whole time and didn't realize he was muted. Donnie, have you been talking this whole time?
How did I get muted?
I didn't mute you. Did you mute yourself?
No, I wasn't even touching the mouse. I was
Oh,
putting all these little parts on.
well, I fully blame Eric then.
Eric or Ian? Nah,
Yep.
let's blame Eric.
Anyway, that's it. I have my little bow-legged. What do you got there? What are you doing?
I got the spikes on the front done.
What are you making?
Oh, it's same one I was working on.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I thought it was a cool looking little car.
Yeah. We finished both the lower legs of my bow-legged Iron Man.
I was fixing to say he looks bow-legged.
He's very bow-legged, but both legs are now complete. So that's good. Good stopping point.
That's Iron Man if he was John Wayne.
That's right. If he rides a horse. And that is through issue 62. So now we have through issue 62 complete. And there's one more chunk of the premium base, but I'll do that some other time. But that's it for me. Are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, there's 3 people still left watching. We appreciate you coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. Later, everyone.